Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. My name's Keegz, and welcome to podcast number 29 on the 12th of the 10th, 2015. Today is a special day. It's our birthday.
Yay!
Well, the podcast birthday.
Woo!
Yay, birthday's a boo, 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 boo.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah.
We should go to
screamers and
Vuvuzela.
everything.
Keegz is on the Vuvuzela.
I wish I'd got one now. If I thought about it earlier, I could have been wrong on that.
You'd be waking up the entire neighbourhood.
I was going to say, can you imagine playing that inside your room?
I wouldn't care. People drive past my house really loud. I'd fuck them.
Playing their Vuvuzelas. Damn kids
Probably
nowadays.
use something.
Vuvuzela
get
people on
used
the
to
way
it.
past.
I could get really good at it. I could start concerts in my backyard. It'd be fantastic.
The Vuvuzela band.
All of the songs will be along from us the same line.
Well, I know
It's,
three songs.
just-
They go pew, 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 and
That's
pew,
the MLG
pew, pew.
concert.
What we need to do is put a kazoo on the end of a Vuvuzela. Fantastic.
That'd be a Kazuzuzela.
Kazuvuzela.
I
Kazuvuzela.
see what you did there.
I see what you did there. It's good.
Yeah.
Very well done.
Anyway,
Yeah, so it's been 1 year since the first podcast. Like, what was it? What was the actual date of the podcast? The first one? Do you
fuck,
remember?
I don't know. I just go.
Come on,
I
Keegz.
think it's like the 14th or something. So it's like a couple of days in
Yeah,
front of us.
so it's
this is
basically-
this is our pre-birthday.
So we've done
Look
29.
it up.
This is the 29th WePlay Podcast. Does anyone remember the first one? What did we talk about?
Oh, who knows? Probably something ridiculous.
Games.
Probably didn't
Probably
talk about
games.
games. Do you reckon we were more serious back then?
Cheese.
I think
What?
we were. I think we've sort of train wrecked it since then. We're not so on course about what we talk about.
Yeah, I actually meant to
now.
go back and watch the
I'll
previous one
look
to
it up.
try and remember what we actually talked about, like what the hot topics of 1 year
Ah.
ago were.
The very first one we talked about, well, apparently looking from the heading, we talked about Sherlock Holmes, EA Shambles, Ubisoft Resolution, and Sims 4 Pools.
What was the
all
Ubisoft
very hot
resolution
topics.
about?
I remember that.
I don't fucking actually. I wonder if I've got a synopsis on it. Yeah.
What if we did I mean, we were taking digs at Ubisoft even back then. Or it was trendy and
Mine
cool.
just changed.
Fuck all's changed, really.
No, I didn't write down what we're talking about.
Oh well. Hello, Jono Wee.
I'm lazy.
Good evening to you as well. Jono
Thank you
Wee
for the happy birthdays.
in the chat says happy birthday.
Yeah.
There'll be cake. There'll be cake at the end if you stick around. I promise.
What a good bloke.
There'll be internet
Okay.
cakes.
I have to thank Keegz for our what do you call the border bits that you do? There's a name for it.
Overlay,
Orders?
I guess.
Yeah, our birthday overlays.
Graphics.
Although in this particular one, the one I'm looking at the moment, which is actually I think on all of the slides, the top swirly things that hang down from the top, they're not very high res. What's going on there?
Mate, I work with what I can get.
Poor workman blames his tools.
Also, it seems to be missing quite a bit from, like, I'm just looking at it now. It seems to be missing quite a bit from what I originally made, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, you got the
Well,
explodey
it's
bits at the
great now.
side, the happy birthday at the bottom, the streamers from the top, and the changed colour thing around it.
Yeah, see, I'm not seeing any of that on the stream.
Aren't you? What are you seeing?
Yeah.
Oh no, there's the
Oh, wait, no,
first
no,
the
no,
pre
no,
ones.
no,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just changed to the new one because these ones don't they don't have anything to see.
Yeah.
So
There we go.
let
sense,
me turn
yeah.
the chat on. Here we go.
Yeah, brightened it up a bit, things to it.
Yeah.
Dirty.
Although if you look at the Twitter bird, it looks like it's exploded out of the streamer thing. It's like.
It's because we've let off a dove in celebration
Twitter
of
dove.
our
We're not getting married.
What? Well,
We're not
fuck,
getting married.
alright. Good night, people.
Podcast is over. We're rage quitting the podcast.
Is that what you thought we were here for?
God damn it, I was going to pop the question. Everything? Fuck. One job.
You had a
Well, you're
ring.
going to have to marry someone because the other three of us are brothers.
Not it.
This is Tasmania, though.
How much of the overlay is copyrighted images? It's probably better you don't ask that question, John.
No comment.
There's certainly not more copyrighted images to come.
You can't prove nothing.
You can't prove nothing, therefore he can prove something.
I imported them from Iran. It's fine.
That is exactly what happened.
Exactly.
Okay, why is that all fucked up? For some reason, I'm not seeing the overlay. Oh, because
yeah, so
maybe the
anyway,
overlay is underlaid. Hang on. Wait a minute. I can reorder this.
Ooh.
Look at that. Now we have chat. And in 30 seconds, you guys will see it.
Possibly 40.
Possibly, yeah, a little bit more. Okay, yeah, so you've got questions, tweet it to us at the things on the screen. I've also got
Twitch now as well, do we?
well, we always have. Yeah. I mean, they go to
cool,
Keegz and my account, but you guys play games while we're podcasting.
No. What are you talking about?
Be silly.
Good work. I like it. We tried this once and it was a roaring success. All
One
right.
day when we get like 10 or 12 people, we could even start a hashtag for our Twitter questions. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be cool.
It would just be hashtags.
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 we should just do that. Hashtag.
Hashtag.
If you've got a question,
Hashtag.
hashtag us.
Ew.
Well, you just tie the question to the back of a sheep or something, and you'll eventually get it.
Hashtag.
Well, there's a reference no one's going to get.
Only the people in
Everyone.
Australia
We
or New Zealand.
oh. Yeah, well,
Moving along.
we have older viewers. They probably understand.
Is Dag an old
What
person?
does age
thing?
have to do with anything? What are the older people going to understand?
Because they're going to know what a dag is.
But
All
well,
these young people just think dag's like a slang term.
I'm confused.
Colour me confused.
Of course I know what a dag is.
What's a dag, Ripple? You young.
I'm not saying it. You can look it up. Here's a surprise for you.
Happy
be fun.
birthday.
Happy
dag
birthday. Look up dags.
I like how we talk about dags on our birthday podcast.
Did say
How
it
we
was
roll.
Anything
less
goes.
structured. Yeah. Less
Well, I
structured.
did say it was less structured. I didn't say it was unstructured.
We're going to talk about dags.
Haven't even done the introductions yet, so
Oh yeah, we should do
Oh
introductions.
yeah.
Keegz, get on it.
Probably.
that'd be nice.
All right.
Ripple's
So,
the only one keeping this shit together.
so Xenon's here,
Hello.
as you probably noticed, and we have
Hit ya.
Photos and Ripple.
G'day.
So we have the brothers trio.
Yeah, there's all three of us here.
Yeah.
We'll get into
I'm
that later.
just- I'm just
You're an
stopping them
honorary
from,
brother.
I'm just stopping them from killing each other.
Rest is just the intermediate.
So
Yep.
looking after the tribe.
3 dags and an intermediate. There you go.
I want to be a dag.
Sounds like a poem by like.
Oh, that's
Ed-
got to be a poem later.
Edgar
3
Allan
dags and an
Poe
intermediate.
writes
It's not a fucking
3
poem.
dags and an intermediate.
Go on, rhyme something with intermediate for me.
Immediate.
Centipedian.
I like it. Okay, so should we start this train wreck?
We should probably clear the tracks and get it rolling.
Started at 5.
We should do. Actually, when you say Xenon's here, every time I think, I wonder if they could do the podcast if I wasn't here. Because obviously, I'm not saying you couldn't do it. It's just that it comes out on my channel. So I mean, I guess you could do it
I
on
just
Keegz'
steal your
channel.
stream key.
And yeah, well,
Steal your stream key.
there's that too.
I'll
Well,
just
actually, even
hijack your channel.
well, the problem is you have to be able to log in in order to start it. Although you could do an impromptu one, but then it'll have like the default one, which I think is Rocket League. So everyone will be thinking, "Oh, Xenon's got to play Rocket League," and then it's just WePlay Podcast.
We could play Rocket League
ju-
while we podcast.
You could just add me as a manager. I already manage most of the other channel. I manage
No,
Is there a
bonuses and Nate Dogs.
we just have to call it Pocket League.
Why Pocket League?
Pocket League.
Pocket League.
Okay,
Like
moving on.
micro machines.
Bang. We have headlines. We have many, many headlines. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, a lot. So, who wants to start with the Patreon hacking incident?
You're gonna have to explain what it is because I don't have no idea what we're on about.
Well, Nate Dogg added this, and he's not here, so
I read
do my
about
research
this one.
this week.
I read about this one.
hit us with it.
This is about it was Patreon. Yeah, Patreon got hacked by a bunch of hackers. Funnily enough,
Hacksaws.
and they took everybody's details, so they know how much people have been pledging to other Patreons. They know their passwords. They know a lot of personal details, and
It kind of seems like a lot of
Yeah,
this stuff is
actually
public
steal money.
information anyway.
I don't think I can steal money, but it's not.
It's not clear, and you probably won't
addresses
know.
and addresses and personal information shouldn't be public. And
Well, no,
because
I guess so.
And you don't. I don't think Patreon shows you who you actually back and how much you back. And I think that the main thing about it was that they also got everybody's personal messages, so who was messaging who on Patreon and what they were saying.
Right.
There's probably a bit of backdooring going on. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
Bit of laundering going on Patreon. Bit of fucking. I'll make this
Money laundering.
flog it off to you
Here's
guys.
the laundering.
Yeah.
Bit of laundry being done at Patreon.
Fuck, I
Just
forgot my laundry.
Imagine money laundering is just people washing money. It's just
Yeah, that's it.
Well, that's what they
Money's
used to.
dirty.
That's what they used to do with checks. They actually used to wash them. That's what's called money
Yeah.
laundering. I think that's what it's called.
There
money
you go.
laundering.
I learned a thing.
You learned a thing. It's probably wrong. So yeah, that got
I am
hacked.
dubious.
There was actually 15 gig worth of data posted online, and it had a lot of user details in it. And I think they confirmed a couple of days afterwards that yes, it was actually actual data. So be careful when you're online, people.
Yes. Trust nobody, even though you kind of need to trust people to do anything.
Except Valve. Always trust Valve.
Well,
Gaben always knows.
yeah.
yeah.
Put all your eggs in one basket. Yeah, good thing to tell everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Alright, there, next up we have, there is no Steam hardware for Australia. Sad face.
Is that a bad thing?
Well,
Couldn't
I'd
you
like to
pre-order
be
it?
able, I mean, I'd actually quite like to buy one of their Steam controllers to see what it's like. And I'm thinking of getting one
But
just
we
to
don't
play
get
Rocket
we
League.
don't get the controllers or anything.
No,
You can
it
order
wasn't
them,
that there was
but-
no hardware. It was just that there was no there's no walk-in buying.
Yeah,
none
you
of
can't go
our
down to EB and buy a
retailers.
Steam controller or a Steam box or a...
I wouldn't do that anyway.
well, a lot of people
Yeah, I
wouldn't,
wouldn't
but it'd be nice to have the option.
Yeah.
Mm.
Probably get them on eBay.
Well, I wouldn't bother
You
to
can
buy them on
probably
eBay.
buy 'em-
Straight from Steam.
I'm
Sure,
sure
buy
on
one from
Steam.
Steam.
Yeah.
Sell
Strange
all
you
those
can't-
TF2 hats.
You can't go into JB Hi-Fi while they're on sale and buy a
Mm.
Steam controller or a Steam box. Not that you really fucking want a Steam box anyway.
That would involve going outside.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck that. I get delivered. That's why I like Dick Smith. They deliver it.
Where delivers?
Dick Smith. I
Do they?
bought my I bought my PlayStation and all my games from Dick Smith because they deliver it straight to you and you
Holy
don't talk
shit.
to anyone.
My world just
Delivery
And they
dick.
give
got a little bit
and
bigger.
they give good deals. But we are no way affiliated with Dick Smith. This is just disclosure right now.
A
We're
large
not-
portion of our viewer base probably has no idea what Dick Smith
What
is.
Dick Smith is.
Well,
They
any-
don't.
any Australians.
It is an Australian company, isn't it? Dick Smith.
It's like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
He's an Australian guy. That
It's
guy.
like one of the only ones left.
Yeah.
Well, Dick Smith doesn't actually own it anymore.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dick,
So,
Dick Smith have the best catalogs, just FYI.
do you mean the ones that?
Because they
Do you
always
mean the
make
like the big thick catalog they send out to like special customers, or do you mean the shitty catalogs they send in the mail?
I just mean the shitty catalogs because they say things like "trust the dick."
Yeah.
Seriously, they say just funny
Yeah.
shit like that in the catalogs. It's great.
Trust the dick.
Trust in dick or something.
Put
Always.
your money into my dick.
Pretty much what it is.
Lay money down for the dick.
I am just running money on dick.
Yeah, so I mean, part of the problem with having
You
no
know.
Steam, having no access to Steam hardware, is that it's going to be like when you order it, it's going to be 2 to 4 weeks before you actually fucking get it, as opposed to just driving down to eBay and getting it, within a couple of hours. So that's a bit of a bummer, but
Or getting it delivered from Dick Smith.
well, Dick Smith won't have it either. Well,
Dick
sorry,
orders
yeah,
yours.
we're getting it from, yes, exactly right. How long is can you order something and then they just deliver it that afternoon, or how long is what's the delay?
I ordered my PlayStation 4 and got it the next day.
Kick ass, like we're living in the future.
Yeah, they're really good. And it was free delivery as well, and it was on sale. Like, I bought my PlayStation 4 for $400 Australian. Where even now, I think they're still. I think they've taken like $40 off or something, and they're still about 480 or something.
I did notice they were
something like
still stupidly fucking expensive because I almost bought one when they came out or when they were doing trade-ins and stuff. from EB. But every time I go into EB, because I like to go in there every now and again just to have a look at the shit that they have. I always have a thing on the wall. It's like, trade in your PS3 or your PS2 or whatever and get money off your PS4, and it's always like $350 plus. And I'm like, I don't like consoles that much.
I was going to sell mine because I got such a good deal on it because I would have made money off of it. Because it was only like a 48-hour sale. It was what Pugs was down. It was about a year ago. It was about this time a year ago. Actually, the first game I got was Sherlock Holmes, which was our first fucking podcast. And
there you go.
Yeah.
It all comes back around.
It all comes around. See, it's all meshed together.
It
It was on sale for like $150 off retail price for 48 hours. Pug's like, oh, look at this. I'm like, fuck it, bought it. Next day it showed up. The day that Pugs left, he was kind of annoyed because he was just staying at my place while I was going to work, so he could have played it. But yeah.
Is that when we did the stream day, which is a different time? Would have been about that time.
Just after the stream day, I think. It was just after it.
Was he down for that? That was the time he was down.
Yeah. Because it was like the day before he left. I bought it, so it must have been the week after the stream day. Yeah.
That's weird that we started the podcast and they did a stream day, or did the stream day and then started the podcast.
I think we had lots of ideas at once.
We did. Let's do a podcast. Let's do a stream day. We'll do everything.
We'll do everything.
We won't just use tunes.
Let's use him.
Yes. So, some big names have signed for the Star Citizen voiceover cast, including Gary Oldman and Gillian Anderson and...
Gillian Anderson, yay!
And...
Gary Oldman. So excited about Gillian Anderson.
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill, that was it. I was thinking. He
Oh, he's
was...
the Star Wars guy.
Star Wars guy.
He's Luke Skywalker.
He says he's playing
Original
Star.
Star
He
Wars.
was Sky Luke Walker.
Gillian Anderson was picked out of X-Files.
X-Files.
Oh, I see.
Speaking of which, have you seen the trailer for the new X-Files?
The one that's going on there, Netflix.
Yes.
Netflix? Although there's, probably. I haven't seen the trailer. No, I am excited for it though because I
Pretty
do
good.
enjoy X-Files.
It's actually interesting to see them use 21st century technology like mobile phones and shit that you didn't have in the 90s. It was X-Files was all updated, like everyone's using phones and computers and laptops. I mean, they sort of had laptops back then, but it was you were a nerd if you had a laptop. So. Yeah, exactly. So, no, it's interesting. I'm keen to see it
Freaking nerds.
on the Netflix. What else? So there's a whole cast of people, a bunch of people I haven't heard of. Andy Serkis I've heard of, but I don't remember where from.
But like when they're like, oh, Gary Oldman's going to be in it. I'm like, well, he's in every game ever.
Is he?
He's
Is he?
Yeah. He was in Beyond Two Souls. He was in the Call of Duty, most of the Call of Duties.
Beyond
what
Two
else
Souls
is there?
sounds like a game about shoes.
It's not far off.
One of the main arguments that people have against Star Citizen is that he spent a phenomenal amount of the money on big stars to do
Voiceover cast, yeah.
to do the capture.
It's called Star Citizen. I mean, come on.
Yes.
It's
Not B-grade actor citizen.
Yeah.
The thing is, the B-grade actors probably would have done exactly the same job.
Well,
I
think that's less the case now than it was
I mean,
like
some
10
of
years ago.
Some of these are like, this is for the single player part of it, the Squadron 42 or whatever. So like, if you're going to spend big, you may as well make it a decent storyline with proper actors because you can tell the difference between good actors and bad actors in games.
Yeah, but I really couldn't care less about the whole single player part of it.
Yeah, but some people
I
do.
could, 'cause if they're going to do it, like, because all the Wing Commanders have been amazing, like single player, because they've had really deep storylines and they've usually had good actors. I mean, even even the one that people give flack for, that was that had
The live
a lot
action
of,
one.
yeah, because that had Mark Hamill in it as well,
Yeah, I know.
and I played the shit out of that because I loved it because it was like Top Gun. It was the same feel as Top Gun because you were fighting for number one on the squadron ranks, and you had like the Iceman who was a cunt and just treated like shit because you were the rookie and all that. I thought it was awesome. It made it more interesting because you had that sort of interlude between the actual flying around shooting stuff, and you had the interactions between the characters and things, and then the love interest and all that stuff. Yeah, I thought it was alright. Just added a bit
Freelancer.
extra to the game. Yeah.
I played Mass
Freelancer's-
Effect.
Yeah, well, the Mass Effect was a really, really good game, and that had decent,
Even-
proper actors in it. So
Single player.
Yeah. I still think
Yeah.
that you could do the same job with slightly less expensive actors.
I don't know. They're paid for a reason. 'Cause, yeah. Well, if you're gonna
What the big water things in Mass Effect 3? Oh, cool.
the what?
Look like rhinos.
The
Sorry.
the Reapers.
The rhinos. They're cool. Whatever they were.
Actually, I've never played it. I've just seen
Right.
stuff about it. They keep me. There's lots of things I need to play.
It's a good game.
A little time.
Which game is this?
Mass
3.
Effect.
Oh, Mass Effect. I played the original
one.
one. In fact, I didn't even play it all the way through.
Another 3 I played.
I haven't played any other ones.
I think I played the second one.
I think I played the second one.
Another game where you can sleep with everyone.
I think I had the
No, that was the
blue alien girl as the girlfriend.
Blue Alien Girl.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
the
she's blue and alien.
Well, okay.
Hey, I
enough.
wanted to
Sorry.
see some sexy alien booties.
some blue boobs.
Bluebies.
Something different. The blues.
Boobs.
Bloobs.
Blues. Get your bloobs out.
Okay. Ark Survival Evolved hits 2 million copies sold this week. That's a lot of copies in
Yeah,
anyone's
I
book,
saw it.
considering it's
Says
still
that is amazing.
pre-order. What do you call it? Yeah,
Fucking-
pre-order.
Pre-beta.
Pre-beta, whatever the
First alpha.
fuck it's called.
First
Alpha.
Alpha.
Told you, dinosaurs. Honestly, everybody's fucking shit crazy
And
about
about
dinosaurs.
dinosaurs.
Everybody loves the
Yeah.
dinosaur.
Everyone
We
wants
should
to
actually
tame
do
dinosaurs.
a series on that, like we did the Rust.
But no, because it's another fucking survival game that takes ages to do.
Survival game. They're the flavor of the month, Keegz.
I've
Hey, if you
seen.
want to be YouTube famous, this is the shit you got to
This is
do.
the shit you've got to do. You got to
No.
suck it up.
No, yeah, play for fucking 8 hours for 10 minutes of content. I've watched a couple of streams of Strippin play,
Who?
and because Strippin,
what name?
who is
Sounds fantastic.
Dodger Dex Bonus, you know her.
Oh yeah.
It's her boyfriend.
Oh okay.
Got a boyfriend.
Strippin. He used to be in Young
That's
Scars.
activity.
Can't
But
be
he-
that
he
hot on the
played-
internet and not have a fucking boyfriend.
He played the shit out of
I don't have a
Ark
boyfriend.
and just streamed it non-stop, and everybody used to make jokes about it because you'd watch the stream and it'd literally be him there for 2 hours trying to tame a dinosaur. Just,
See, this is why I didn't stream Rust,
Days.
because who wants to watch
Yeah.
us punching rocks for punching things for hours on end.
yeah, and that's what I hate about survivor games. I mean, I kind of liked Rust more because it was quite fast.
It was easy to
Some
get
of
stuff
them-
built. I think it was.
Yeah, it was easy to get going, but like fucking most of them are just such a grind. Just takes like I can understand the appeal for some people, but I don't have the patience for just smashing trees for 2 hours.
Keegz is much more a CS:GO man.
So I'm much more. I want to kill people and quickly.
Killing people
And-
quickly is boring and repetitive.
As a-
Punching a tree for
As
2
opposed to
hours.
punching a
Hey.
tree.
Once you've punched a tree for 2 hours, you've built yourself a house and you feel good about it.
In 10 minutes, I could kill 60 people and then do it again.
I just like the term punching trees.
Yeah, that's a-
Well, that's basically what we did. So there was rock.
we rocked a
10
tree.
hours punching trees.
Each to their own, I guess. I mean, there's obviously a market for it for selling 2 million copies, but
Mm.
when I come home from grinding at a desk, I don't really want to grind at a tree that's virtual.
Why are you grinding at a
Right,
desk?
well- on a grinder,
You
huh?
get paid for.
Keegz is actually
Yeah, I don't
secretly a
get paid
porn
for
actor.
it. I don't get paid for it at home though. Punching a tree.
Grinding a tree.
I'm just imagining Keegz up against his desk like, "Ugh. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
just grinding.
Grinding.
Grinding the desk. I wish I got paid for this because it's
Oh fucking hell. There's a $55,555 CS:GO tournament in Melbourne last weekend.
yeah, it's over now.
Yeah, I know. I knew it was over, but I thought it'd be stupid if we just ignored it. So, who won in
Oh,
the
yeah,
end,
right.
Keegz?
This is this is Keegz here with sports. The this weekend, Australia had their first CSGO tournament, the Crown Casino. $55,555 was up for grabs in a pool. So it wasn't
In a pool.
that wasn't the total amount. That was just the shared prize pool. 2 international teams came down. Cloud9 and Virtus Pro from Poland. Cloud9 from USA. The 2 Australian teams, IM and Renegades, played off against each other. Renegades being the international tournament winning, well, not winning, but tournament playing Australian team, got wrecked by our home team. So our home team Immunity went on to play the international teams. They beat Cloud9, which was a huge surprise to everybody. And then they went on to play Virtus Pro, where they got absolutely destroyed. So in the end, Virtus Pro won. They won the 35,000, and then Immunity won second prize. I think it was like 15,000 or something, and then.
So that's so they had these international teams come in for the CS:GO tournaments. How many people per team?
5. Plus
5
a
people
coach.
plus a coach, and I presume they'd have a couple of support people come over as well. Or is it
They
just
have a what? Sorry.
like support people, like doing, I don't know.
No, it's usually just a 6.
Okay, 6 people coming over. They won $35,000.
35, yeah.
So split by 5 people is $7,000 each. Once you take away the costs of flights and accommodation and all the rest of the shit,
They don't pay for that.
they don't pay for it. Okay, well that's not too bad.
That's part of the contract is that their accommodation and flights are paid for.
Okay, I was gonna say because $55,000
money.
is not a lot of money to win if you're
Yeah,
doing
Yeah, but these are salary paid players. Like it's not really about the prize money. It's just about the spread and the people behind them. They make money in sponsorships and streaming mostly. Some
I guess so.
Yeah. Shitload of money just streaming. It's just about traveling and getting out there and just getting more fans behind you. I mean, even in Melbourne, the people behind Virtus Pro, because they're a very popular team, that there were just people screaming at them when they got there.
Well, okay, fair enough. This is a side to CS:GO I wasn't aware was a thing, but
It's how all these sports work. I mean, the prize money, the only one that has really decent prize money is Dota 2. Like their prize pool's like 2 million. Like it's stupid amounts of money. But that's not where the money is anyway. It's all about sponsorships. And it's just playing more tournaments, getting a bigger fan base where they buy your stickers, your shirts, your merchandise, your sponsors get deals, and that's where the money is. I mean, because most of these players, like I say, they're paid on a salary anyway, so they're getting paid $100,000 no matter where they are a year.
that's a lot of money at the same time and not a lot of money. Like if you're gonna be the world best in something, $100,000 a year is not.
But that's just salary, and then they stream and they get the donations. And like I watch a guy every now and then. I think I said this the other day. There's a guy that I watch, Summit, who he's not even in a team. He just streams CS:GO, and people give him like fucking $30,000 donations, just bang while he's streaming. It's ridiculous
Crazy.
the amount of money these people make, and the ridiculous amount of money people want to give them.
I mean, I guess if you like that sort of thing, I mean, you give $5 a month to someone. I mean,
$30,000 is a fucking lot of money.
Well, it is if you're one person.
like just one donation.
If you've got 30,000 people watching, it's only $1 each.
Yeah.
If you're the Sheikh of Bahrain, then put change.
Yeah, but most of them are under contract where they have to stream a certain amount of time because they put their sponsors up, so it's like advertising. But so they get paid whatever for that, plus the donations they get, plus the Twitch subscriptions, which is $5 a month. They usually have a couple of thousand people subscribe.
Yep.
So
But you don't want to get people on Patreon.
You don't.
no, that's right. Otherwise, they'll steal your money. You get hacked.
Oh, that's right. I know a couple of people are on Patreon.
Okay.
I do wonder if their details got.
Well, find out where they live if you want.
Yeah, you probably look it up.
Why would you put your
Find out their
Why would
personal
you put
number.
your real fucking address in?
I never put my real name. I mean, I put my address for certain things where I need.
I sometimes put my real name in, although I usually just do first name and then an X for my surname.
I'd never put my real name in. I occasionally put my real address in, but
Well, it depends on whether they're actually going to send you
Almost
something.
like
Like Patreon, they go straight to your bank
always-
account. So
most people know me as Keegz, so then that's all they need to know.
Keegz Jazzercise.
Kegel exercise.
So, next news item: Square Enix cancels butthole pre-order program. And we covered this last week. Basically, Square Enix were gonna had this really stupid fucking pre-order program for Deus
Pyramid
Ex.
scheme.
Well, it pretty much was, and for the new Deus Ex
Was
game.
this the 3-day?
Yes, that's the
extra
stupid
that we
fucking
want?
thing.
Yeah, right.
So they basically said, look, if you've put money towards any one of these, these stupid DLC / pre-order bullshit things, you basically get everything. So it's coming out 3 days early. Everybody gets everything. There's no tiers anymore. It's just everybody gets pretty much everything. So
No more tears.
no more tiers from gamers or from Square Enix,
No tears, Square Enix.
which I think was the right thing to do. I mean, whoever dickhead came up, PR dickhead marketing asshole came up with this needs to be taken out the back and shot. So. Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't just try to like sort of shake it off and be like, oh, okay, we'll change this and we'll still do the pre-order thing. They just completely defeated and gone, all right, fair enough. We've seen the backlash. We made a mistake. Sorry, here you go. Here's everything.
Somebody in middle management went, they don't seem to be very happy with us.
And people got
we should do something.
fired.
Yes. So, yeah, I mean, it's good that they actually, like, they pretty much turned 180 and said, right, everyone gets everything. There's no pre-order bullshit anymore. It wasn't like they were doing refunds or any crap like that. They basically said, yeah, everybody's getting everything. And it's simple that way. It's basically, and even if you wanted to still pre-order, you still get everything. So it's not like even if you do pre-order, you don't get anything now. You still get all the tiers.
Yeah, now's probably the time to get it then because you might actually get your money's worth.
Yeah. Says Keegz. Anti pre-order Keegz says pre-order.
Anti-pre-order.
Now.
Considering they're giving out like shirts and little bits and pieces and all sorts of things, yeah, it's probably worth it now just because they're trying to fan out the flames that they started.
It was a good move. I mean, it was the right thing to do in the end. Now that they've been so stupid in the first place.
They would have lost all respect from everybody if they.
Yeah, but a lot of companies will just soldier on and weather the storm because they know people will fucking buy it anyway.
Yeah, I don't
That's
think
the attitude of big companies. It's true.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, not Square Enix. Well, though Square Enix was also a bit under fire with the Hitman thing because they changed that as well. They were going to put Hitman into basically early access, so you got the first part and then they unlocked more and more and more as more people bought it. Well, not more people bought it, but as they moved on, and people got real fucking shirty about that. They're like, all right, fine, we're just going to delay the release so you get a decent chunk when the game actually comes out. So,
well,
yeah,
it's good that they did a 180, so all good.
Yeah.
Valve stomps on Game for Reviews scheme. So I had a bit of a read up on this. So there was a Steam developer offering free games in exchange for user reviews, and Valve said nope and stomped on that shit.
Good.
So it wasn't even that they were asking for positive reviews, because I think probably in the Steam ecosystem, negative reviews are almost as good as positive reviews. Like controversy is good, no reviews are bad. So
To a point though with Steam, I mean,
obviously, but
because at least with Steam you look at a game and it'll say mostly positive or mostly negative, and you're
I
going
love
go,
reading the negative reviews. You find a
Yeah,
game that is so bad that it's got all negative reviews and go through them.
Yeah, and people just rip them apart.
that's a Friday night for Fotis. Sits down to read the negative Steam reviews.
I get my kicks.
From reading the suffering of others.
Why do you love a bad review?
Who doesn't really though? It's pretty good to see like a game that's trying to either oversell itself or just shouldn't be a fucking game, and people just tear it apart on Steam.
Yep.
Hold up.
So yeah, they
Beautiful
got
feeling.
stomped on, and I mean, I don't think there was a specific. I mean, it's one of those things that you don't really think you're going to have to do as a games platform. Is to say no, you can't pay people to give you reviews for your game that I think was unreleased. So
I saw one a while ago where they were they'd had a couple of games earlier and they brought out a new game and they were offering people free keys to these other games if they gave them a positive review.
That was
in
that
new
part of the
game.
same thing, or is that a different story?
It probably was. There's a couple of developers on Steam at the moment who are just retarded.
Yeah.
One of them was the guy who made War Z, who was like that zombie game. That
Oh,
was
like the
meant to
DayZ
be-
ripoff, yeah.
Yeah, promised the world, and then it was crap. Got shunted in a corner. He re-released it as a different title. People caught on, pushed in a corner. He re-released it again as a new title under a new name, and people caught on again. He just keep fucking doing it. He's only just done it again recently. He's trying to re-release it again.
He's like, maybe this time it'll people,
Yeah,
people,
this
would,
time they
people won't
release the same
realise.
game
This-
again.
This time I'll get him.
He needs to replace the zombies with dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's it. He's
Flavour,
so
huh?
far behind that he's missing the flavour.
He's
Yeah.
missed the
And then when that doesn't work out, you have to change it to like space themed or something when Star Citizen comes out, and that's the whole
Yeah.
new thing. And
Dear
the next thing to be gnomes. Garden gnomes will be the next one. That's what I'm predicting.
garden
go.
gnomes.
It's gonna go zombies to dinosaurs to space sims to garden gnomes. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first.
If I ever make a game, I'm going to call it Marketing Arseholes. You just go around shooting marketing arseholes.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you had to try and market some assholes.
No, every time you kill somebody, it's going to be like a rectum.
Oh, you asshole!
Set that one up. Yeah.
Ba-dum-bum.
Oh,
You know, they could
Jesus.
call
let's
it
get it set up with it.
Marketing Arsehole Simulator 2016.
Isn't that Battlefield?
Speaking of simulators, Train Simulator 2016 DLC. If you want to buy all the DLCs, there's 233 of them. It'll cost you $6,952.31 Australian.
It's on special the other day for like 2,500.
Bargain. Should have snapped that shit up.
Fucking train simulators are hot topics though. I don't know why people love it so much.
Yeah, well, I can see why you don't like it. Like, we've done a bunch of simulator stuff.
I like driving trains.
I mean, it's the same people who buy model train sets. I can understand
I
the
guess.
appeal.
Yeah.
Because
The problem is-
I,
The problem is with Train
I've got a
Simulator
model.
is it's like there's only one lever. It's like you either go forward or you don't.
Stop and go. Yeah. Or
And
you
it's-
go backwards sometimes.
Well, I guess you could go backwards, but you still only got one lever. So it's like make sure you pull up to the platform, don't overrun it, and that's pretty much the go.
Are you talking about the electric trains?
Well, whatever. Well, okay,
You got to
yeah.
drive a steam train, man.
Okay, all right. You know,
Steam train's where it's at.
That's where the steel comes in.
technology of 200
Trying to-
years ago. That's where the
Trying
shit's
to
at.
balance your water level and your steam level. Trying to keep your coal up.
Mm.
Now that's a game.
One of the guys in my Battlefield clan, he was a train driver, and he used to play with us while he was driving the train.
What?
Because he used to drive like the coal train from Western Australia up to fucking wherever up north. So like they get the train started, they'd have their shifts or whatever, and he'd just sit down and play Battlefield, and every now and then he'd be like, out, back in a minute. He'd wander off, come back, so everything's still good, and get back to playing.
The coal's still lit.
Had to check the train.
Yeah. The train's still rolling.
No, we're still on the tracks. Everything's okay.
Just sitting there with a laptop on your Wi-Fi, like playing a game. Look up. Yep, we're still on the track. We're all good. Back to
Yeah.
CS:GO.
All good.
Wouldn't
Okay.
be having a train with Wi-Fi though.
Well, you can have a 3G stick. I bet you some trains do have
Yeah, but
Wi-Fi.
It's not 3G all the way from bloody.
I guess
like
along a
Perth
train
to
track,
Brisbane.
there's probably not that much, but well, it depends where you. I mean, if you're a tram driver, fucking poodling around Melbourne.
That's how Uncle Tony was delivering his internet. He actually delivered it on a train.
He used to
All the
get
ones and
black
zeros were
holes.
printed out.
He used to get black spots or whatever on his way there. But he'd be alright for the first couple of hours, and he'd sort of be like, no, it's starting to drop
Gets out of the
sometimes.
suburbs.
Yeah, basically, get out into the scrub.
Speaking of scrubs, John Carmack's working on VR for Minecraft.
Working on what?
Good for him.
VR, virtual reality via the Oculus for Minecraft.
Who is it?
Or Minecraft?
John Carmack.
Yeah.
Who's that? Get off my fucking podcast.
That's John
Alright.
Carmack.
So John Carmack was the guy who wrote all the code for, well, most of the code for Quake. He basically wrote the original Quake engine. And I think he wrote the Quake 2 engine and the Quake 3 engine and the Quake 4 engine. And he's currently working. He used to work for ID Software, and now he works for Oculus, writing code for them.
Oh, fancy.
So yeah, he's working on basically Minecraft VR because before Notch sold Minecraft to Microsoft, he basically said, "Fuck you, I'm never going to put VR in Minecraft," and then he sold it. And John Carmack went, "Well, I can do it." Now he's doing it.
Well, VR's coming out.
Oh look.
Actually, wouldn't be too bad. VR in Minecraft.
Yeah, that could be alright.
Interesting.
It'd be like the holographic thing, wouldn't it? Kind of.
The HoloLens thing,
HoloLens,
yeah,
that's on.
could be alright.
Yeah.
Just see they're making the story mode for Minecraft. That's pretty cool.
It's been
Yeah.
released.
Telltale.
I think
Town.
good
No, I don't think it has. I think that was announced, but I don't think it was released.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Yes.
It's really
Oh, that's
Just
right.
last
Yes, it was
week.
announced. Sorry.
There's a console version for Minecraft released now that's on like Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
There's been a console version for ages, isn't
Story
it?
one. Not like they sort of have their own one now, kind of. That makes sense. So especially for console.
Oh, okay.
I know there's a
Pretty
phone
updated
version.
one.
There's been a phone version for a while.
Oh yeah, I've played that one. It's boring.
Is it like is it
Also,
like a really cut down version?
Yeah, basically. There's also a phone version of Terraria. I played that as well.
Really?
Yeah, I played it on a plane once. And I was bored. It wasn't too bad. It's a bit weird with the controls, but it's alright.
Compared to sitting there on a plain board. Minecraft on your phone.
Playing Terraria
Or Terraria.
or Minecraft. Yep, whatever. Just digging holes to the center of the earth and
Filling them with water.
yep, pretty much.
Video game voice actors have voted to strike. They're not actually striking yet. I mean, we touched on this a little bit last time, but they took their vote. It was almost unanimous. It was about 97% yes. And to be honest, I'm not entirely surprised at that. It's basically the vote was basically, do you want more money and better conditions? And they went, let me think about that.
No, fuck that. I want worse conditions. I want to be living in a cardboard
Stop
box.
paying me so goddamn much.
Yes, exactly right. So
I don't know
And
what to
the,
do with all this money.
The three people being Star Citizen is shit.
yeah, so they basically said yes, we agreed that we will strike, and then the union is going to go back to the negotiating table. But the difference is now that they actually have the ability to say, well, we're going on strike from this time to this time, unless our demands are met, or they reach a compromise with game developers.
Weren't they kind of demanding that they be paid first? Or they be paid regardless of whether the game makes any money and that sort of stuff? I think that was what was.
No, I mean there was a lot to it. Like there wasn't one thing that they wanted, but the headlines basically were they wanted better conditions. So if they're doing a stressful voice session, i.e. lots of yelling or screaming or something like that, it's limited to 2 hours. They wanted
They wanted more notice as well.
yeah, they wanted to actually know what they were going in for before they went in to read for the part. Because what happens now is that they basically say, look, we're making a game, we need some voice actors, and you basically have to go down there and find out what you're going to be doing beforehand. So they can basically more like regular actors are now. They're given a script with parts to play, and they decide whether or not it's going to be good for them, as opposed to going down there going, well, I'm not going to be able to do this, and then wasting their time. And they also wanted to be paid if the game makes, if the game sells 2 million copies, they want to get paid a royalty amount. So if it makes less than 200 copies, they don't get any royalties, but they still get paid. If it makes more than 6 million, they get paid more. If it sells more than 10 million, they get paid more. So it's like if the game is stupidly successful, they get a cut of the money rather than just getting paid a flat fee.
Just be organised in the contract every time they do a job.
Well, there's
You probably wouldn't get many jobs if you did that.
yeah, basically there's a lot of voice actors, and there's a lot of parts, but essentially, yeah, that's basically what you're looking at. They don't have the same sort of
That's how a
bargaining
market
power.
economy works, right?
Yeah, but the idea of the union is that it's fair for everybody, because otherwise if people don't say, well, I want these conditions, and they go, well, fuck you, we're going to get a cheaper actor who will do it for anything because I just need the work.
Mhm.
So the idea is that everybody's on the same slate. I can't hear you because you're breaking up like a robot.
I think everybody is. I think I think Australian internet is shit tonight because at
Yeah.
various points during the podcast I've been unable to understand Keegz and Ripple and Fotis, but not all at the same time. So I'm like, is it my internet that's crapping out or is it everyone else?
Yeah, I've had really bad internet. I've had to restart my router about 3 times.
Really? I should have restarted my
Oh,
router before I started,
yeah.
but a bit late now. Anyway, let's. That's what I heard.
Photos is just completely.
Yeah, he's turned full robot.
Understandable anymore. Yeah.
So there's a rumor going around that the Oculus Rift will cost upwards of $350. So $350 is the minimum of what it's got. This is the consumer version. It's going to cost upwards of $350, which is a bit of a smack in the face for those of us who were sort of keen to get a consumer version. The CK.
I'm not surprised, to be honest.
Really?
I expected it to be expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean ours. When we bought ours was about that much. You'd think with like mass production and like streamlining and all the other things they do to bring costs down, the cost would have been brought down.
This is new tech. No way.
I guess so, but I mean, there's too many other people producing Oculus-like devices to sell it for $350. So.
But now it's become a fight for quality. I mean, because so many other people are getting on board with it, but it's gonna. There needs to be a market average of where this is the sort of the standard, and you've got like the better, more realistic VR than the shitty, crappy cardboard box VR. So I'm not surprised it's going to cost as much. I expected it to be about the price of a console, about $500-600.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how much did ours cost? $500.
About $479 with postage and
Because I'd imagine
the
it'd
conversion to
cost pretty much
Australian.
the same as a Samsung phone. That's what
Yeah.
I'd expect,
Really?
considering the screen and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because they literally took a screen out of a S6 or whatever it was.
Oh,
Stuck in a
no. I
Oculus
think
and-
you might be confusing the what's the Samsung one where you slip your phone into the headset called.
No,
I
they
did-
ended up using Samsung screens.
They are using Samsung screens, but they're also using 2 screens that are bent inwards and a much higher resolution than it's on the phone. So,
So really, it should be more expensive than a phone.
well, I mean, there's not that. I mean, the screen is not the phone in in a DK2 or the consumer version. There's a lot of other electronics in there. There's the lenses. There's a lot of software and other shit to pay for. But yeah, I mean, I was expecting it around $250 to $300 sort of dollar mark. But
no way.
I mean, once this comes out, assuming it's going to be around $400 US, it's probably going to cost around $550 Australian once you actually get it over here, and that's a lot of
We're
money.
talking about VR thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oculus
yeah.
Rift.
Aren't they charging like $4,000? The
What?
next version.
$4,000 for an Oculus Rift?
No.
No, they're not doing that.
No.
Someone is.
No.
Well, there might be someone out there who has an Oculus-like device that does cost that much money, but no, the Oculus Rift is, you're looking about $400 roundabout, maybe.
Yeah, I remember seeing a book here. I can't remember what it was.
Having said that,
It was,
these are still only
$4,000.
rumors, so it's probably going to be, take it with a grain of salt.
Was the Project Morpheus thing there?
The Sony
There's
one.
there's no way that anybody that owns a PS4 is going to pay $4,000.
No, it's
for
the
fucking
dev
VR.
kit. It's the dev kit.
The dev kit.
Oh, was it the Google Glass stuff? Maybe, I think. Something silly like that.
The Steam one, maybe? The Valve?
Oh,
One.
sorry, it was the Sony one.
Sony Morpheus?
Yeah. Was it
Maybe. I mean, that's a PS4 specific
Yeah.
thing, so possibly. Maybe the dev kits for that do cost that much because only developers are going to buy them. As opposed to the DK1, DK2, where anybody could buy one. So maybe.
Anyway,
But I don't think it's unreasonable that they cost this much. This is, like I said, this is new tech. They sort of deserve the right to have, they put this much into it, and they're the pioneers of this tech. It's going to cost them an amount of money. The next maybe 3 or 4 years, it'll drop dramatically.
Yeah.
Because it'll just keep snowballing.
Yeah, I reckon they'll
But,
release Revision 2 that's $100 cheaper, like they do with
yeah,
consoles.
it'll get cheaper. It'll get easier. There'll be more support for it. It'll just be more integrated into everything. It'll get cheaper and cheaper. But at the moment, like this is brand new, and everybody's excited about it. So,
Yeah, I guess.
and everybody wants it to be the flagship product that this is what VR is going to be. This is best it could be at the time. So I think that's reasonable, and I don't think it was ever going to be in every household to begin with. It'll slowly work its way in there, but right now it's just going to be even original console games like the first way back in the day. They were ridiculously expensive at the time. In nowadays terms, they were like $1,200 to get a home console, home entertainment system, and all they could buy was like Pong.
I guess so. I mean, you say it's cutting technology, but I think now technology accelerates a lot faster than perhaps in previous years.
Yeah, but you've still got to have something to launch it. Like you can't just you can't say, look, here's the fucking cheapest product we can make to get it out there.
Yeah,
they want to be the ones that, like, now that we've got a base that we're known for the VR, we can start making this better and better and better and cheaper. But yeah, I expected it to be about the price of the console, about $500, $600 when it came out.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a back. I mean, I understand why they've done it. I'm afraid of what's going to happen when they do try and launch it, and everyone goes, like, all the console people go, "Why the fuck would I buy that?" It's like, I don't like. You can't even. You still need a PC to play it or to use it, and you'll need a reasonably high spec PC to use it. So.
I never saw this marketed to everyone though. This was never going to like.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to start with enthusiasts, but at some point, it's going to you're going to have to try and transition into mainstream people. The idiots who just have a computer from Harvey Norman and want to play.
I guess the point of it though is to get it out there, or the people who are enthusiasts that most likely are sort of maybe developers or some sort of tech crew or whatever in the industry, and they're going to grab it and go, hey, we could do this with it, and then that's going to broaden the market, and then more people say, hey, let's do this with it, and just make it broader and broader and broader to the point where it just becomes a necessary thing.
Yeah, well, maybe time will tell. We shall see soon, I guess.
Time will tell.
So, Oculus Rift, $350 plus US. That's criminal. You know what else is criminal? Swatting. Motherfucker.
What is?
Swatting.
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 Swat.
Or flies.
So, Matthew Tollis, a 22-year-old from Wethersford, Connecticut, is facing a year in jail for his role in a series of swatting calls made last year. And
what a dick.
Only a year.
What a dick. Yeah, he made a series. Like, this is not for one swatting thing. This is for a series of.
He's a major dick.
Yes, he's a dick.
He's a Russian CS:GO casual dick.
So he's found to be
Sickablat.
to have participated in 6 swatting calls, including one to make it made to the University of Connecticut last year that resulted in the entire campus being shut down. So the judge pretty much said, "Yep, you'll be going to prison. Turn up on November the 5th, and you shall serve your prison sentence for 1 year and 1 day."
Did they go and like serve his subpoena with a SWAT team? That'd be funny.
Yeah.
What kind of judge goes, you know what? A year's not enough. You're 1 day. More than enough.
Yes. Yeah, not long enough. We need add a day onto his sentence.
That's not crazy.
1 year and 1 day.
Yeah.
And you have to clean the riot shields.
After Friday night, I've been
Probably his
puked on.
underpants.
Right.
So
Take away his Twitch account.
yes, does he have a Twitch account?
I assume that's what he was swatting with, or watching people to swat with. I don't know.
Possibly, yeah. Yeah. So I think that's a good thing. Guy's a dick. Although I can't see him actually serving out his full year in a day. I bet you he'll be there for 3 months and get out on fucking good behaviour or some shit.
He'll serve a year, I reckon.
You get a day off.
He'll get into prison after his phone answer his phone call, and then get the prison swatted.
I'm being held against my will.
There's a bomb in the prison.
His boyfriend Will, he's being held against him.
It's beautiful. It's lovely. It really is telling their eyes. Now send the SWAT team.
That's prison for you.
So that's it for the headlines for this fortnight.
Oh,
For our-
actually, I got one more that I saw. Does anybody know? It's kind of news, but I think it's a bit of just wank. Does anybody know Captain Sparkles?
I know of Captain Sparkles.
You know of Captain Sparkles? He's a Minecraft YouTuber who has recently bought a mansion just up the road from Notch from his.
Oh, I
just
did
from
read.
all the money
I did read
from
something
all the
about
money
that.
he's made from playing Minecraft.
Yeah, it was like a $4.5 million house or something.
I think it was more than that.
Oh, I might have been able to maybe
It was-
more. I
Yeah.
half read
It
an
was
article.
a multi-million-dollar fucking mansion just up the road from, around the corner from Notch, basically.
Maybe down the road from Notch.
Playing Notch's game, he's bought a house near Notch with millions of dollars he's made from playing Minecraft.
It's a little bit stalkerish.
Yeah, well, he's just getting closer to the man who made him rich. So they can have barbecues together. So Notch should be like, so, how's Minecraft going? Yeah, they've made it VR. What? What?
Up with this I will not put. Where's my fedora?
Blasphemy. I'm gonna go back and update scrolls.
Forget creepers.
So
Yeah, that's right. He's moved into his new mansion and Notch like creeps up to the front door while he's sleeping.
the fuck?
What a dick.
What a
The fuck?
Blow up half of Notch's house.
Yeah.
Notch immediately starts rebuilding.
Walks out, smacks a couple of trees.
got to rebuild with dirt because that's the emergency the thing you rebuild with, and all it's a thing you always have fuckloads of.
Builds
He
a
just
cannon out of
starts-
free water.
He just walks outside and starts throwing diamonds at the wall. Rich bastard.
He did like all these diamond blocks and
Yeah. He'd have to have like a solid diamond pickaxe in his house somewhere. That's what I'd do if I was Notch. Just have it sitting there. Just my diamond pickaxe.
Okay, so
But that's me.
what should we move on to next? Shall we move on to the Who Are We part of the podcast?
Ooh, learn about us.
Oh, all about us. Pugs, Nate Dog, Fotis, Keegz, Xenon, and Ripple. So, we thought we'd
Two
do
of
a...
which aren't here.
What?
The two of which aren't here.
Yes. We didn't do too bad. We got like I was afraid it was just gonna be me and you, and then we're like, so Ripple does yeah.
Yeah.
So why don't I start? My name's Xenon. I play Armour,
Garlic.
and I am, if I am famous, which I don't think I am, but if you would know me on the YouTubes, you would probably know me for playing Armour 3 with Shack Tack. I've been playing with them since 2012. Previous to that, I don't think I even had a YouTube channel. So yeah, since probably in the last year or so, I've started diversifying a little bit from Shack Tack stuff. Simply because I haven't had the amount of time I've spent playing Shack Tack and the amount of time I've had for actually editing videos has gone down. It happens when you get older and have kids and a family and social responsibilities. So something to look forward to, kids.
Social responsibility.
Social responsibility. For my day job, I am a IT consultant. I basically work a couple of hours a day, go home, do accounting, boring accounting, business stuff, and then edit videos or stream or do family stuff in the afternoon, or do podcasts once every 2 weeks, and it's fun.
Ooh, podcast.
Ooh, podcast. So, what else? What else does people want to know about me? Is it Alan Law says in the chat? What is this, an AA meeting? Hello, my name's Xenon, and everyone says, "Hello, Xenon."
I think it stands for Arseholes Anonymous, doesn't it?
Arseholes Anonymous.
Assholes and all.
Arseholes Anonymous.
Yeah, arseholes.
Hello, everybody. My name's Bruce. Fuck.
I'm an asshole.
I'm an asshole. I've been an asshole for 3 weeks, 7 days.
Recently given up assholing.
I used to be in marketing. Look at me now.
I've had a clean arsehole for 3 days, 7 hours.
It's not Dave's honest.
Tags, yes. What else can I tell you about me? I'm 32.
Are you?
I think I am.
You're his brother.
Shit.
Why not 32? I might be 33. I can never fucking remember. That's what happens when you get old. Memory's the first to go.
Memory's the first thing to go.
If you didn't know, Fotis and Ripple are my younger brothers. Keegz is kind of like a brother that lives far away,
Brother?
and I don't see him very often. So he's much like my brothers. I come from a big family. I've got 2 older brothers, 2 younger brothers, and a younger sister. So it's I quite
That
like.
you're covering a lot of the stuff that I can't be bothered covering.
Yeah.
What that guy said.
What?
I was gonna
Yes.
say you've covered 2 other people in the room.
Well, I went first, so I called it. What else? When we started the WePlay podcast almost exactly a year ago because I think we just wanted to talk about games and stuff. That was pretty much it. That was our brief.
Yeah, we used to whinge about games anyway, so we decided to whinge about it publicly.
Yes,
Wow.
record it and upload it. When did we start doing the live ones? It was probably 2021, 22, something like that. We were originally going to do it every week, but then we found after probably 4 or 5 weeks that there wasn't really enough news to cover in a week. So we changed it every 2 weeks, which is why there's 29 podcasts and there only should have been 26 of them. Because I think the first 4 or so we just did because 20, however many there were. Yeah, so that's pretty much why we started the podcast. It was just a bit of fun to sit here and bitch about games and rag on Ubisoft and EA and say, yay Valve.
Yes.
Yes.
People seem to like it. Well, some people anyway.
Some people seem to like it. We haven't had angry death threats, so that's a plus.
But yeah, working on it.
We'll work, yeah. If we get to that stage, we'll be like, yes, we made it.
Keegz is writing one out now for you.
Yeah, it's
Swallow
yeah.
that door down soon.
I'll try and bang out armor more. Get some death threats.
Well, the funny
Look,
thing
we
about
got to-
you hating armor is that on your channel, the one armor video that we've done a couple, but the latest armor video you did's got probably the most views.
Yeah, it's catching up.
Kind of-
Everyone loves armor.
Kind of pissed you off a bit.
Yeah.
Made me laugh.
It's like, God damn it! Now I feel like I have to play it more because people like.
We did
watching
do
it sometimes.
a Saving Private Alan video.
Yeah. Yeah. Just need to find Alan.
It's just going to be us walking all the way across the map to find this guy.
As long as Vin Diesel dies, we're right.
Standing around going, Alan, 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 Alan.
Alan.
We'll just get a diesel truck and crash it. Call it Vin.
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel was actually playing D&D on Critical Role the other day.
I saw that. I did. Yeah.
It hasn't actually gone.
It was
It's not
interesting.
live yet, but they played and recorded it, and apparently it was really entertaining. So I'm keen to watch that. I mean, I don't really like Vin Diesel that much, but it's interesting that he likes D&D because he's not the sort of guy you'd imagine like D&D.
Yeah, I saw his Vine about it. He's like, yeah, I used to play it all the time in high school, and it's weird playing again. I had a lot of fun and blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool.
What a nice guy.
If Vin
What a
Diesel had
nice
a
guy.
had a gangster name, it'd be Vin Diesel.
Vizzle Dizzle.
Vin Diesel.
Vinny Dizzy.
Dizzle, Vin Diesel.
Hizzle Vin Diesel. If anyone else has any questions for me or any of the other guys, just type them in chat and we'll answer them as they come up. Keegz, why don't you go
Or
next?
tweet them.
Or tweet them if you like.
I'll go next. Okay.
Quick, while Richard holds out.
Well, I can still talk probably. So my real name is Reese. I have
Hi,
a YouTube
Reese.
channel.
Hi,
Hi,
Reese.
Reese. I've been sober for about. I'm not.
I'm
For
currently
about
drunk.
8 minutes.
Currently 6 beers in.
You had 6 beers.
Yeah,
It's a Monday
I
night.
finished
Like,
work at
That's like 20
finished work
past
at
10.
4.
Dead
Yeah.
hours.
Fucking hell, it's been 6 hours since I finished work.
Average is going to be 1 beer an hour.
Yeah, I know. Actually, I've slowed down.
You should get a man.
What can I even talk about? I like games. I have a YouTube channel which I've only been sort of playing around with the past 2 years. A
Your
bit of a
favourite
dry
type of games, Reese?
No, we're going to cover
my
that.
favourite type of
That's
games.
our next segment.
Oh, okay, all right. So
This
just
is
a bit of
background
recap.
stuff. Really? Yeah.
I am 27.
I remember
I
being
have
27.
I have a son named Cooper. He's 4.
Did you name him after a beer?
Going on 5.
Coopers, no. I named him after the Cooper Trooper. I actually wanted to spell it with a K, but can't even name it. What else about me? What do I do for a job? I do a lot of things for a job. Well, I
Sit in an office all day and play on Facebook.
Down the
play
corner.
on Facebook. In between playing on Facebook and looking at random things on the internet,
Drawing stairs.
I'm an office manager. I'm a draftsman. I mostly draw structural steel using CAD. Draw 3D models of like skeleton buildings. Turn them into shop drawings so they can be fabricated and then erected. I do quotes as well, steel quotes. Estimations, all the usual businessy type stuff.
So the car do you
I
drive, Reese?
don't know what else. I don't drive a car. I don't have my license yet because I'm lazy. I walk to work because
Drunk.
I'm fit. I'm not. That was a lie.
He's arguably the fittest among us.
Well, no, Pete's definitely fittest.
Well, how do you define fitness? Like by strength
Much.
or by fat content? How do you what's the metric we're using here?
He may be the thinnest.
With the possible
I'd
exception
like
of
to
Heath.
see him run more than 10 meters.
That being said, I could outdrink you there.
That's very true.
Attach a beer to the back of that
Drinking
car,
fitness is
he'll
right
run
up
like a motherfucker.
Yeah, that's right. I'm an endurance drinker. I don't. To be honest, I got a pretty boring life now. Thinking about it, it's kind of depressing.
I
Uh oh.
feel bad.
Now I feel bad.
I play a lot of games. Play a lot of FPS games.
Okay.
That's about it really.
Let's move on. Ripple,
Yo!
tell us a little bit about yourself.
I do things.
Moving on.
I
Sorry.
I do IT for a large organisation. I'm in a networks and security area of that organisation. I've got a YouTube channel with nothing on it. It's very exciting.
We tried to link to it last time, didn't we?
Yeah,
We couldn't remember
didn't
what the
go so
fucking
well.
thing. We remember what the URL
Well,
was.
we discovered you can't just have a URL anymore. You have to have a string of things.
I think you have to have like 500 subs and
That's not
a
happening.
bunch of other qualifiers before you can have a YouTube channel that's like youtube.com/your name.
So YouTube can suck a dick.
We had trouble even just
Um,
finding it, didn't we?
Yeah, it took ages to find, and then we figured out that you can't actually do it anyway. You used to be able to, but you can't anymore.
Yeah.
I really like puns, and I really hate apples.
What's the phobia called? Tell everybody.
If you haven't looked it up, look up Malus domesticophobia, and have a laugh.
Malus
Sounds
like-
Sounds like a porn,
domesticophobia.
I know.
Malus domesticophobia.
That's MALUS domesticophobia.
It's a hatred of apples.
It's a hatred of
Is
apples
it a
are
hatred of
bad, man.
apples or is it a fear of apples?
Well,
Or is it both?
I've got both, so yeah.
He hates that he's feared of apples.
You keep Heath in line, I'm just going
Beard
to
is
chase
a
him around the
word.
house with an apple.
Yeah,
I've got a
pretty
bunch
much
in the fridge.
Yeah,
Get
get on
fucked,
with
really.
it.
Get them out of the house.
What about apple cider?
Fuck it.
Can you drink
Can't
apple
eat 'em.
cider?
I can actually. It's been washed with alcohol.
Alcohol makes
Makes it
everything
okay.
better.
Damn right.
It's been decontaminated. I think that's about it. What do I play? What's my favourite game?
I think we're doing that next, aren't we?
We're doing that
No,
next.
that's right.
Keep that for the next segment. Have a think about it.
That's all I got.
Lotus,
I'll think about it. I'll come back to it.
tell us about yourself.
I'm Fotis. I've worked in the film and TV industry for far too long. Every now and then I come home and I work with Keegz. I help him with his erections.
That's more of a side job.
So that's my
Every
job.
now and then when he's having trouble with them.
And I'm paid under the table. Cash in hand work.
Okay. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
No, I work away from home a lot, so whenever I come home, I used to do streams. But just recently, the internet's gotten worse, up to the point where I can't really do them anymore. So
Yeah, we all have that sort of
making life hard.
issue. In case you
I
didn't,
don't really like to make videos.
yeah. In case you weren't aware, Ripple, Fotis, and I all live within about 30 seconds of each other. We live like almost on the same block,
500 meters away.
so we're all
I
connected to
phone
the
for
same
Rockstar.
exchange.
Xenon's house.
You what?
Nothing.
Son of a bitch.
You're the bastard. Yeah, so we're all connected to the same exchange. So if the exchange has problems, we all have problems, except for Keegz, who's in a
Yeah.
different exchange.
Who's
Well, I'm
up
having
the road a
troubles
bit.
today.
Yeah, I think everyone's having troubles today. It seems to be a bit dicky, but who
What is
knows?
it, today Monday?
It is all day.
Yeah.
Because wasn't your old man saying the other day, Keegz, about all the banks doing their updates on a Monday night?
It was something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
What updates?
Maybe that's the problem. Oh, apparently banks update all their bloody data on a Monday night. So all the data gets sent from Hobart all the way up to Melbourne and Sydney, and it all goes along the
Yeah.
one line that
They're-
runs.
They're a different.
And
they're
they
a
get
different line.
priority.
That's just what he was saying.
Interesting.
Maybe that might be all the problem. was.
Interesting.
All the exchanges get priority to the banks.
Anywho,
Cool. Well, that's us.
It's never
Nate
been
Dogg.
this bad though.
should we talk about our favourite games now?
Well, I was just going to do a quick intro for Nate Dogg and Pugs.
They
Okay.
can do their own next time they're on.
You know what? They should have fucking shown up.
You know,
I'm just
so
gonna
don't get
make
it.
shit up about them.
I feel that Pugs
Right.
doesn't need any introduction, personally. He's just Pugs.
Pugs is the guy with the party hat and sunglasses.
Nate Dogg likes Gucci handbags and anal.
And at night, he is a superhero who doesn't really do a lot. He just kicks homeless people.
He kicks
up.
homeless
He's not the superhero that Sorrel wants. Or is he the superhero that Sorrel needs?
To be honest, he's the superhero that Sorrel's put a restraining order on.
He has a curfew. He's not allowed out after 7 p.m.
What was that show, Comedy Inc., where they had the really lame superhero? You guys ever watch that?
Oh,
dear.
Probably.
maybe.
What? That's where I got the Batman thing about Batman
that's
being
right.
an
It
AA
was,
meeting.
it was Bogan Man or something. That's right.
Yeah, it's kind of
Wasn't there a sketch going around on Facebook of like Glenorchy Man or something? I remember reading it about probably about a year ago, and it's just like, yeah, just like this dreg of humanity with a cape, just doing all these really bogan things, like not helping. So it's
Sounds
funny.
about right.
That's only funny for like us. If you don't know where Glenorchy is, then I guess it's not funny for you. Let's move on.
To be fair, the Sorrel joke probably wasn't that funny either.
think
funny
of your
voice.
think of your sort of low down, I don't know, town-ish where the
Where all the shit kickers live.
yeah, basically. I was trying to think of a more politically correct way to word that, but
Oh,
the
shit
the underachievers. Let's say.
If you live here, you're underachieving.
you're underachieving.
You live in Derwent Park.
Well, that's not that's
We're
bad.
overachieving.
We lived in Derwent Park.
you two used to live like
It's like used to be like 5 houses up the road.
No. You've gone from
We
living
used to live together in Durban Park.
You used to be like 5 minutes away from each other. Now you know Ripple.
No, we used to live
phones are-
together in that house.
Well, yeah, we used to live
Yeah.
together as well. But
Yeah, me,
Oh, yeah.
me and Pete used to live there.
what games do we play, gentlemen? I play Rocket League.
You really do.
So you-
I
So
play a
you put it
lot of Rocket League. I wonder how many hours I've racked up. Let me have a look here. I shall check my Steams.
There was the short film that I was working on the other day, and it turned out afterwards that the the director is actually he plays Rocket League all the time as well.
Oh, does he?
Hooked on it.
Sounds like a wonderful chap.
He plays on console, but
Oh,
Ew.
ugh,
nobody's perfect.
ugh, dirty old man.
He was actually surprised when I told him that the consoles and PCs play together.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know. They don't understand that when you're looking at the like the player list, the scoreboard, if it says PSY net, that means that they're playing on the opposite platform to you are. So if you're on PC, they're PS4 players. If you're on PS4, they're PC players.
Yeah.
I have to I've told a few people because what happens is the PC players yell at the PlayStation players, not realizing they're PlayStation players and can't see the text. So.
You'd think that the English language wouldn't be that hard to get across to PS4 players, would you?
Well, I think they deliberately left it out because PS4 players can't type anything.
You can get Rocket League, but you can't get text.
Yes. So I have
You
played.
can type on a PS4 if you're quick enough.
I've
You
played
can leave your friends behind.
186 hours of Rocket League since I purchased it.
What?
186, and I've
I
played.
played 23.
How much armor have you played?
Well, that's difficult to say because when I played with Shack Tech, we didn't launch it through Steam, so we didn't get the hours counted. But since we moved to Arma 3 and started launching it through Steam, which was about 12 months ago, 6 to 12 months ago, I've got 338.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, the thing is with Rocket League is you can play a 5-minute game in 10 minutes because once you do the replays and the shit and overtime at the end.
You can't play a 10-minute game in 5 minutes, though.
No, you can't do that. Well, you can, but
You play an 8-minute game in 12 minutes?
we can't play an 8-minute game. Play 2 5-minute games.
How about a 7-minute game?
Anyone else?
6
Wait,
minutes?
And you,
what?
Still
you
no.
play a 10-minute game and quit, that's it.
Play a 5-minute game and then a second 5-minute game and quit 3 minutes in.
Yep, there you go. 8-minute game. Good
I'm actually still surprised
What
at the
other
amount of
games
people
have you
who.
played a lot of?
That's it, pretty much. Looking at my recent activity list, I've got Rust, Arma 3, and Rocket League.
How many hours are on your Arma 3? I missed if you said.
338.
Wow. Guess how many hours I have on Counter Strike.
I'm guessing it's more than 338.
Yeah.
Is it a lot more?
I'm going to say 1,000.
Not quite.
Is it 724?
Higher.
All right. Heath's turn.
869.
Peter just went and
you're
looked at.
close. 865.
I think Peter just went and fucking looked at your Steam page. That's cheating.
Well, he said 69.
I just went 69.
Yeah, 65. I need to play for another 4 hours and never play.
I really do.
Letting the side down. Yeah, so I play Rocket League, and I kind of like it because you can play a short game. Like it's not like Arma where there's a whole fucking setup phase and briefing, and you've got to be there at a scheduled time and all that sort of shit. Or Rust where you can jump on, but you've really got to be playing for a couple of hours to get any sort of real enjoyment out of it. Rocket League, you can just fire it up, jump in a game, and start playing, and just play one game if you want to. But like you never play one game of Rocket League.
I preferred Worm Online that took 10 times as long.
Yeah, fuck that.
I don't think I've ever played Worm Online.
You
Yeah,
don't
you
want
played
to.
it with us
You
once.
don't
Did I?
want to. You don't want
It's Rust, but 10 times longer.
I
to.
don't.
10 fucking 100 times longer.
I don't think I
tried
even
it
have
once.
it.
Fucking Jesus.
Is it called the?
No, it's free.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, it's not.
Oh.
It's not a Steam game.
You did play it once.
Okay, I'll
But
take
you
your
had
word
the same
for it.
problem that the other plebs did.
Yeah, because fucking anything to you spend like 24 hours playing, like a whole day and night playing it because you want to achieve something. You get 2 bits of floor down and fucking run out of forest, and the cows escaped over a fence, and then somebody's out in the middle of the fucking lake yelling at you because he wants to sell you fish. Oh, it's horrible.
What? Are we still talking about
yeah.
Worm Online? What the fuck?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is just recent.
What game is this? I
Kind of
don't.
like Rust.
I don't remember any of
It's
this.
WoW mixed with Rust.
I don't remember any of this. Where did we play?
Yeah, I think we played it for about
2 years
2
ago.
hours one night.
Oh well, yeah. If we didn't play it last week, then I don't remember.
It was painful game.
You guys, we should play Rust. you
I
know,
could
we
have,
should-
I could have got more achieved in real life than in that fucking game.
Yes, but would you have done?
No,
You would have sat on
but
the
it
couch
would
and
have been
drunk
more
beer.
fun.
Or at least I would have been pissed.
Like any game that like is so depressing that I've finally finished playing it and gone, I actually could have achieved more if I'd actually done it in real life than I have sitting here trying to achieve something. It's just like, yeah. I've made myself sad.
For the second time tonight, Keegz has made himself sad.
God damn it, I made myself sad.
All right, who's next?
Let's have Ripple. What are you playing?
Well,
not playing.
I was playing SimCity yesterday, and it was fantastic.
Now, is
SimCity.
this
Which one?
the newest
This is
SimCity?
the new shitty one that doesn't work.
It's
He loves
shitty and it doesn't work, but it's
Great.
fantastic.
It was fantastic. I got in for about 4 hours and it crashed and I cracked the shits and
Is it still broken?
it's still
After
broken. Like
2 years or whatever.
I went to like fair enough. I haven't played it for 2 years, but I started it 15 times. I had to restart the game before it actually worked.
Fucking hell.
God,
Jesus Christ.
Still couldn't
EA,
play
please.
multiplayer. Had to play the single player game, so that was okay. That's fine. 4 hours and it crashes, and that was the end of that.
Fucking hell.
And
And he's
tonight
like-
I've been playing Battlefront, which is very exciting.
I actually thought I should crank up SimCity again and see what it's like. Like, because I like SimCity as a rule. I just didn't like their interpretation of it.
Play City Skylines.
Well, I've got that as well.
At least that works.
Yeah, that's true. They actually just had a DLC release for City Skylines called Nightlife or something. I didn't realise.
Wasn't it a paid one though?
I think it is, yeah. But it's not just nighttime. You get
Those-
all of other shit as well. But
Those fucking liars. They said they were never going to renew those liars.
so yeah, I should actually crank up City Skylines again. The problem with City Skylines was
We even had Paradox on this goddamn podcast. And
paladin,
Oh,
but
so
yes.
it's $50.
yeah, they weren't planning on paid DLC, but what do you know? What do you know?
Next week we plan to have Paladin on again, discussing the new DLC.
It's made by Parasox.
Well, I've got questions for her. No, I wouldn't do that. She wouldn't come on again.
She probably would if I asked her.
What
She'd
else
have
have we
some
been
very,
playing?
she'd have some very formal way of answering it. That I'd be like, oh, fuck your legal mumbo jumbo.
when I said that we weren't going to do it, what I meant was
We didn't do it.
Wasn't
We paid an outsourced, contracted company, and they did it for us. Technically, we did not make this.
When it comes to making games, there comes a time for profit and margins, you see. Anyway, whatever.
Jono,
It's a good. Well, it's still a good game though, so I can't.
Yeah,
really
I-
fault them that. I mean,
City Skylines was pretty much exactly what I wanted from
SimCity.
SimCity.
even when she was on here, they were very vague about the road to come and what they were going to do. So there was always room for paid DLC, I guess.
There is always room for paid DLC, Keegz.
At least they didn't. At least they didn't try to make a pyramid scheme out of it.
Yes. We have this DLC.
Marketing assholes.
It's a yeah. Let's not go there. Jono, we asked if we played City Skylines. I think we've all played it, haven't we?
I haven't played it.
Okay, none of us have played it.
It looks good, but it's like $50, and I'm not really.
Is it still
Okay,
$50? I
yeah.
didn't pay $50 for that.
It's $50. Yeah. So it's 30 or it's 29 US, which makes it
Would be $50 for us. Yeah. I wonder if I
Yeah.
bought it when
Pug-
it was cheap before.
Pugs played the shit out of it, and that's how I
Yeah,
assumed
he
it was
did.
good because he's usually a pretty good pick for games.
I've got a lot of people in my friends list who play City Skylines actually. I'm just looking through it now.
cool.
I can't find anything about it really. Community hub.
I'm
I'll tell you
excited
what
for
I've
Fallout
been
4.
playing.
What have you been
What have you
playing?
been playing, Reece?
For the past, must be like 4 or 5 days now, I've been playing the new Battlefront, the beta.
Star Wars Battlefronts. Now, which do you have to choose
I
a
was playing
side?
it
Side.
earlier until it was started screwing with my internet.
Do you have to
Yeah.
choose a
Alpha?
side before you start, or is it random, or
Nope.
is it like
Nope.
a RPG
Nope.
type thing where you
Nope.
go,
You
"This
one
is my
and the other.
character"?
No choice in that. It's Battlefield basically with Star Wars.
Right, so they
you just
stick you
sort
on
of jump
a
into
side
one
and
or
you
the other.
run with it.
Yeah, and it doesn't. There's There's a few things that are wrong with it.
I
Might
feel a
have
Keegz
been-
rant coming on.
No, well, it's not really a rant. It's just,
Did I go to bed or
And-
what?
and it's not to do with the beta. It's to do with the game. The first thing that is an issue is they have a partner system where you can partner up with one other person. They act like a spawn.
Oh, I
as
saw that
well
in your
as, like,
in your
a
video.
normal spawn.
You know, excellent
Yeah.
video,
It-
Keegz.
Yeah, well, yes. I've if you go to my channel, you can see all the gameplay of Battlefront. But they
This message was
They-
meant for Keegz.
Keegz button.
disclosure. I'm not being paid by Battlefront in any way. They have the normal spawns where you just spawn on your side, but then you also have the partner spawn where you can spawn on the person that you're partnered with, and that's fine. But there's only two, and a lot of people, well, from my experience anyway, people that generally play these sort of games like Battlefield and things like that are usually in a group of maybe 3 to 5, like friend groups that play together. And not having a squad-based thing makes it kind of shit because you can't really play with your friends. That, and you can't choose sides. You can't swap sides even if the other side's leaving. You can't say, all right, it's now unbalanced. I want to join the rebel side so I can play with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
You have to leave the game and just hope that you can rejoin and get on the rebel side. So that's a bit annoying.
Do you think that's
They
a
have a
beta thing that
party-
they haven't implemented yet, or is it that the way it's supposed to be?
Well, they have a party system, except at the moment it doesn't work at all.
Mm.
But even if that, like the party system, I think is just to join games together. But they only have a partner in game, so you can only have one other person you can spawn on, rather than with Battlefield you had 4 to 5 people. Battlefield 3 you had 4, Battlefield 5 you had 5 that you could spawn on as like a squad, so you could play together as a squad. And I think that'd benefit in some of the larger maps in Battlefront. I can't see why they got rid of that, because that was fine. Having one person's kind of fucking annoying. But that's one gripe. Other than that, like that's one minor issue. Oh, the matchmaking thing's a bit of a cunt too. They don't have a server browser. I mean, Battlelog in Battlefield was shit. It was just annoying. But they don't have any form of browser. It's just you want to play, you can be in your party, which is okay, I guess, or you can be with your partner, or you can just go, I want to play this mode, and it just sort of finds you a server. And if the servers are full, then it starts like opening up the ping range and just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, much like Rainbow Six Siege was the same with that. It
Right.
just sort of keeps opening and
You
opening.
all know how
the-
much you love that game.
Yeah, yeah. I got the fanboys attacking me the other day. Yeah. That's a bit annoying because you can't sort of just pick a server locally. It sort of just throws you into server. But the game itself is great. I think it's fun as fuck. It's really, really fun. It's very casual. It'll never be competitive like Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4. Not that Battlefield 4 was that great either. Battlefield 3 was pretty good for competitive play. But Battlefront's just taken a back step and gone, we're just going to make this sort of immersive and Star Wars, and just going to appease the fans of Star Wars, which they've done really well. The sound design is amazing. You can hear as if you're in a Star Wars battle. They've been pretty close to the canon, like with, you feel like you're actually in a battle on Hoth. There's just shit going everywhere. It's chaotic. Yeah, I think the game itself is fine, but yeah, there's a few issues there, which I think is going to become a problem for people who are used to some of the old Battlefields where you could play with a group, which I think most people did. So that might be a problem unless they fix this party thing, or it works better than what I think it's going to work. But yeah.
But have you been having
Quite
fun, Keegz?
I have. I've really enjoyed it. It's been really, really fun. I mean, I was always a little bit biased because it was Star Wars, and I think I put a tweet out ages ago about it, saying that EA and DICE to me are like an abusive ex, where they've treated me really, really bad, but I've still loved them, and I keep leaving, but I keep coming back, and this was going to be my last. This was my last chance. I'm like, you know, I love you, but you just keep treating me so badly, and this is your last chance. And they can't. I think he's changed. I think he's changed this time. I think he's finally ready to accept me for the man that I am. And hopefully he'll treat me right.
I
So-
sincerely hope so.
John O'Wee asks, what will the Battlefront battle packs look like?
I don't think they're going to have the battle packs. They have said from DICE, from EA, that there will be no microtransactions. So there won't be any paid stuff. What they do have is they have like in-game currency that you earn quite quickly. The beta was maxed out at level 5. I think I got there in a day and unlocked everything that was possible to be unlocked. You can unlock like different weapons, different skins, and all the usual stuff that comes with these games. And they have like rather than sort of classes, you have cards which are like you can get a grenade or a personal shield or a jetpack, and you can sort of set your character up with these different cards so that you have different perks. So when you go into battle, you can swap and change and do whatever depending on what sort of mode you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I like what they've done. I mean, it was a little bit weird to start with. I'm like, oh, fucking cards, what is this shit? But once you sort of get it and understand what's going on, I think it's an okay way of doing things. Maybe not the best way, but it's all right. I think it keeps it level.
Serviceable at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
So yeah.
So that is Star Wars Battlefront in a nutshell. A really, really big nutshell. A rantish nutshell.
Oh yeah. And
It's more of a cashew.
As Archer just said, and he found the Walker Assault map was extremely one-sided. Rebels' chance of winning is super low. And that was true, and I found that to start with as well. However, lately, people have started to catch on about how to beat the AT-ATs more, and it started to swing a bit more even now. The game's getting a bit more meta, because originally people weren't playing the objective to start with because it's a Battlefield game and nobody plays a fucking objective. Because you have to try and get the point. You have to capture points at each stage. There's 3 stages and you have 2 points. As Rebels, you have to try and capture those points. And the longer you hold them before the AT-ATs get so far up, the more bombers you get that'll come and attack them and take their shields down. The more bombers you
turning
have...
into a coconut.
Keep going, Keegz. Don't just ignore those dickheads.
Okay. My brain just went, what? But,
You fucking coconut?
yeah, the longer you hold those points, the more bombers you get. So when the AT-ATs finally get to, they have like a set position where the bombers will come in and bomb them and knock down their shields, so they're vulnerable to be attacked. The more bombers you have, the longer those shields are down, so the more damage you can do. And you have to be playing those objectives to get more bombers to do that. And the Rebels have slightly better air vehicles, and if they have air superiority when the shields are down, they can do a lot of damage. So recently, well, I've been playing, I think people have finally caught on to this. So the last few times I've played, it's been fairly 50-50 about Rebels winning against the Imperials. It's still really, really hard, and there's definitely a big difference in kill-death ratios on Imperial to Rebels, but Rebels can win. They will die a lot more, but they can win now that people have cottoned onto it.
So basically understanding the tactics of that particular map making it a little bit easier to actually win as the Rebel side.
Yeah. So the Rebels sort of, you kind of have to throw bodies at the points just to keep them up. Whether you're getting kills or not, you just got to keep them up. And then that gives you a chance to do a bunch of damage to the AT-ATs and get, like, you can usually get, if you play it well enough, you can get the first one down in the first stage. The second stage is a lot harder, but by the third stage, you can usually get the second one down and you can win. Right. And if people are pretty good with the land speeders, so when the shields are down, you can jump in the land speeder air vehicle, and you can actually hook on and do the rope around the legs and pull the thing down.
Oh yeah,
Which is pretty cool.
Cool.
It's pretty exciting.
I think also
But,
the reason
yeah.
that, like, even if it is unbalanced, I mean, part of the reason they do these open tests is to find out, oh shit, that map's really unbalanced. We need to nerf this a little bit to make it a bit easier for them,
Yeah.
for one side or the
Yeah.
other.
It was definitely one-sided when it first came out because nobody knew what to do or how to play it properly, and
Yeah.
like 90% of the time the Imperials would win unless they're absolutely retarded. But now that people have sort of realised how the game works and what needs to be done, you can it's starting to equal out a bit as they probably intended, because they already knew what they needed to happen, but everybody else hadn't learnt the game properly yet. But there is a big difference between level 1 people and level 5 people, because level 1 people don't have the jetpack or anything, so they can't get into high positions and generally just get slaughtered, whereas the higher ranked people sort of have understood the game and can get into these like stupid snipery spot positions and pick people off.
Does your character change as you level up? Like, do you get like special shit for your
No, it's not. It's you unlock like just different perks and things. It's just like any other unlock FPS like COD or Battlefield. You just sort of, as you move along, you get new weapons, new sort of grenades or perks for your vehicles and just things like that you can equip and use throughout the game. But the one thing I did like about it is that rather than having vehicles sitting there waiting that you jump in, you actually have to pick up a drop on the ground, and then that gives you the ability to spawn in that vehicle, which is kind of cool because it makes things more balanced then. They can just randomly find a vehicle and just say, hey, I'm going to give this a go, or find the hero token and start playing as Luke Skywalker or Darth Vader.
So, Jono, we just asked a question we answered about a couple of minutes ago. Can the A-Wings in-game do the lasso thing like I've seen in the trailers? And I think Keegz said, yes, you can.
Yeah, the A-Wings are different. The A-Wings can't. They're just like the fighters. You got the A-Wings and the X-Wings, and then there's like, I think it's called like a land speeder or something, and they're the ones that do the lasso because they can't fly very well. They always stay very low to the ground, and they're very weak and can't really fight back against air vehicles. But if you get close enough to the AT-AT when its shields have been bombed by the Y-Wings, you can then lasso it, and you basically go into, it's kind of like a quick time event where the lasso starts and you start spinning around, and you have to try and keep the vehicle level, so you get like a little slider that goes up and down, and you've got to try and keep it in the middle. And if you keep it in the middle long enough, he'll lasso it and then take it down. You've destroyed the whole AT-AT. It's very powerful, really, because it takes a lot of firepower to get one down. But one land speeder can take it down by itself as long as it's protected.
Cool. Now, I've seen also that like Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker running around. Are they AI characters, or do you get to be them by powering up? And
they're hero characters. So with the drops with vehicles, there's also hero drops. So you'll find a hero token. If you pick it up, then you can spawn as the hero. You only have the two heroes on the field at the same time, so you can only be one Luke Skywalker, only one Darth Vader. And you just you spawn as them, and you run around with your powers and
Wreckface.
lightsaber just fucking people up. But to be honest, like everybody, like they look really overpowered because they just slaughter anybody that goes near them. But as soon as everybody sees that there's a hero on board, they all just start pointing at you, start shooting at you. Your health goes down really quickly. Like, it's actually pretty hard to stay alive for a decent amount of time as a hero. I mean, I've watched Jack Fragg's videos where he plays the hero. He's like, oh, you need to do this, you need to do this, you reckon face. I'm like, that's not. He makes it look really, really easy because it's not. Because as soon as the whole map realizes that they're the hero, everybody points at him and just tries to drop him as quickly as possible. And you can deflect lasers, but not when there's like 8 people behind you shooting at you. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Do you
It's
know
fun though.
the largest nut in the world is called a coco de mer, commonly known as the sea coconut.
Oh really?
Yeah, fun
It's
fact.
lovely.
This public service announcement was
That's a
brought
big
to you by
nutshell.
Ripple.
Fun fact.
The running joke from some time ago.
It's done a long run, that joke. It's a marathon. Okay, well, Photos, what are you playing at the moment?
Oh, we're still going. Blimey.
I think so. I know it was a while ago, but
All right.
Keegz did he rant about Battlefront.
Yeah, sorry, I
okay.
didn't mean to talk for so long about it.
Well, I generally prefer to play management games, so things like RTSs and whatnot. Playing Rome Total War.
I noticed you were
Started
playing that earlier.
again recently. Quite good fun.
Yeah.
The Warband.
Mounty Blade.
Yeah, Mountain Blade. Got a
That's
mod
good,
for
yeah,
that.
I like the
That's
game.
pretty good. Yeah. Enjoyed that immensely. Played a bit of Rocket League recently with Xenon.
Yeah, Rocky League.
We had our Rust session that we played for a few days.
Yeah, we pretty much got that did that Rust session and went, well, nobody's played that anymore.
Yeah, well, that
Oh,
was fun. Fuck that.
We can play it again.
Oh,
Yeah.
Now that
I
we actually know what we're
could-
doing.
I could play. I'd give it some time before I played it again. I'm not that keen to jump
People are
back in.
hopeless.
I kind of like the idea. I didn't like the implementation or basically the dickheads that you have to deal with. That was my
Yeah, that
my
too.
biggest issue.
Although
so.
the guy that actually I won't give it away.
Yeah, you don't give away the
Watch
ending.
The video. Yeah. Anywho.
Speaking of which, I'm actually editing up that video probably tomorrow. I've got another video I'm editing, which is part of another series or a series as a part of a 2-part video that I'm doing. An armor video, which is going to come out Wednesday morning, I think. Sounds right. So yeah, I'll do it after that. So it's probably going to be like Friday. We'll have the final Rust video up. Cool. It's a good ending, actually. I've got actually that may not be the last Rust video. Maybe I may be splitting it into a couple more parts depending on how long it is. Because like I had a bunch of videos.
What are
Like
you, Harry
recorded.
Potter?
I had a bunch of videos recorded, and there was
Got
like
Lord of the Rings on that.
there's
shit.
like 8 videos in total. But the first 5 were all like 5 to 10 minutes
Punching
long.
trees.
And then no, they're only like 5 to 10 minutes long. And then the last 3, like one's half an hour, one's an hour, and one's like 5 hours. So I'm up to the last video, which I think is the last time we played with the big ending. So that may be split up over a couple of videos, depending on what the content's like. It'll be fun. The thing is, the most interesting stuff happened after all you guys left. So the stuff stuff happened that you probably haven't even seen yet. It'll be super exciting.
Whoa.
So yeah, I play basically Rocket League. We played a bit of Rust last couple of weeks. I play Arma 3 regularly with Shack Tack. I don't play a lot else. Occasionally a new game will come out and I'll be like, oh, I'll give that a go. I'm usually disappointed, so I don't play that often. I'll play new games that often, I should say. I played a bit of Besiege. What else have I played? I've got bloody Counter-Strike Condition 0 installed, and I don't know why I've never ever played it.
Because it's shit.
How long ago was that?
What did I had installed?
I don't know. How long was it made?
Oh, I have no fucking idea. I purchased it in 2009.
2006? Oh, okay.
That's when I purchased it. Who knows when it was actually? It was probably part of a pack.
Shit.
What else do I play? Occasional Telltale game. Grand Theft Auto, although I haven't played that since July actually. Last time I played
Many
that.
moons.
Yeah, I mean we should give that a go again and see what it's like. But I imagine there's a lot of hacking and stupid shit going on, so I'm not that keen to play it again.
I tried to get everyone back interested in it again a little while ago. No one else wanted to play, so
GTA.
Yeah.
Did you ask me?
It's nothing to do.
yeah, that's the problem that everyone has.
Well, I wouldn't mind playing playing through the heists again, because I actually enjoyed that, and it's been long enough now that I've kind of forgotten all the heists we can
Oh,
do.
yeah.
I never even. I think I did the first 2 and that was it. By the time that I got around to playing the third one, everyone else was like, "Nope, we finished them all. Fuck off."
Yeah. The problem is, if you're playing with randoms, the heists I don't think are very interesting. If you're playing with
no.
friends and actually people you can play and talk to, it'd be more interesting. But yeah.
Too fucking hard to do it with randoms. I tried it once. It's fucking retarded.
The problem I have with randoms is that they'll join. You'll get to the planning stage, and they'll go, "We want more money," because the person who plans it gets a bigger cut, and they'll go, "No, equal for everybody. We're leaving." So you spend like 10 minutes getting everybody fucking organised, and then they'll just leave, and then you have to start again. And it's like, oh my god, you are the biggest cunt in the road in the world.
People are cut.
Biggest cunt in the road.
Biggest cunt in the road. What else?
Peter was driving in the countryside.
Oh, dear. Dear.
Like we said, Ripple likes his puns.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty much it for me. I mean, I've played a lot of. I mean, I play random games. We've played Half-Life and streamed that. We haven't played Half-Life 2. I don't think we've streamed that, have we? Photos.
We played Half-Life 2, didn't we? We played
Did we?
was it Synergy?
Oh, that's right. We played Synergy. That was the first video I think that we
We all-
sort of all got together and
Yeah, we all multiplayer.
Big
and played shit.
series, yeah.
that was a
fun.
damn good series. If you haven't watched that, it's fucking funny as. Oh, I think it is. But I think everything I do is funny. So.
I look back at it now and I cringe at like the audio and the editing.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. I mean, technically, it's not
Yeah.
as good as our latest stuff,
Yeah.
but in terms of humorous content, it's pretty good.
Mm.
And it's like a 5-part series. How many videos were there?
I think I made a few on mine anyway.
Sound of Keegz YouTubing. Click click.
Busily going through my tubes.
There's a bunch of it's in a playlist. So go to Keegz channel. Look up the playlists in there.
There's there's 8 episodes.
8 episodes. Yeah, it's pretty good. I actually every now and again I'll just go through and just watch them all one after the other. It's pretty funny. There's some funny shit in there.
I have to watch them. I haven't watched them for ages. I have to watch them again.
They're good.
Yeah.
What else? I think we've covered everybody, haven't we?
I think so.
I think so.
Good.
I'm covered.
Anybody in the chat has got any questions for us? Hit him do it in the chat now. Doesn't matter what it's about. We'll answer almost all questions. Almost all questions.
Almost.
Except about the
All
cake,
One's about penis size.
because the cake is a lie.
I'll give you the time I need to go piss.
Okay, Keegz is going for a piss. What can we talk about while he is taking a piss? And then there were crickets. I need a soundboard with crickets.
You really do.
I should organise a soundboard. I could probably do that. I have the technology. I said I have the technology right now.
How would you do it?
Well, you just have a software soundboard. Hit the button over the stream.
Oh,
Hey.
okay, right.
Yeah.
Have that hooked up to OBS.
Yeah, I mean you don't even need to hook up to OBS. You can just play OBS is set to stream whatever comes out on my speakers. So if it plays in, which is why I have to mute all my YouTube stuff, or basically everything apart from the stuff that I'm
Because
playing.
most stuff gets sent to the desktop.
Yeah.
And OBS will pick up whatever goes to the desktop.
Yeah. What else can we talk about?
Yeah, coconuts are the most used in the world.
Most used,
Most produced.
produced, out of all the nuts.
Out of all the nuts. Peanuts is about half of that.
Jesus. What do you?
And
Who's
castor
who's
beans.
employing all these
Coconuts.
fucking coconuts?
I don't know. Well, it's just a coconutty thing.
Or
Oh, no,
how to
sorry,
make
it's
cocaine from it.
Production in tons. So it's probably not very many coconuts because they weigh a lot more.
Because there's way more.
Yeah.
Well,
That makes
actually,
more
there's a
sense.
lot of wasted space with coconuts as opposed to peanuts.
They pack them a lot tighter.
Somebody should develop a square coconut.
Well, I've already done it with watermelons.
Oh yeah.
Don't they just put them in boxes?
Yeah, I think they just put them in
Yeah, they just-
I'm
metal
pretty sure they
boxes
just
and
put
they
them in boxes.
grow into that shape. Alan Laws wants to know what the meaning of life and everything is. It's 42.
42. Everybody knows that.
Sorted
That
that
was
one out. Who's
Except Alan
That
Laws.
was an easy
apparently.
one.
Give us a hard one.
What a question. It's not, easy shit.
What else can we talk about while we're sitting here waiting for Keegz to finish taking a world's longest piss?
He's imbibed a lot of alcohol, alright?
He probably has. So Keegz made our background thing with the streamers and the party poppers and the happy birthday. I put the cake
Yay.
logo up because I did it on the fly too because I'm smart like that. Somebody said there was cake at the end, so I had to put a picture of a cake, and I just put cake in, and that was the first thing that came up on image search on YouTube. So
Delicious.
Just misspelled cock, that's all.
the cock is a lie.
At the end.
Stick a cock in the end.
Has anyone really been far even as decided to use even go one? What? Alex, less beers, no more beers for you.
No more beers.
Does anyone know what he says? Has anyone
unless,
really?
unless you're foreign.
Has anyone really been far as even as decided to use even go want to do look more like. That's not English. English, motherfucker. These are all words, but they don't go together.
That's
Google
fantastic.
Translate is not your best friend.
Yes. I think he wanted me to read that because he knew it made no fucking sense.
Is he driving and using Siri to dictate his messages?
God damn it,
Had a
Siri.
large accident.
That's right.
If we win, wow.
Just wants a friend.
You're saying call an ambulance.
Follow ambulance.
Look. You've entertained him.
What's wrong?
No, shit. Fuck.
Please turn around at your next left.
Where is the who what to?
Flip car, back up right way.
Alarm set for 5:30 a.m.
No. Oh, we also played D&D. In fact, all of us do. You know what I think about it?
DDs.
D&Ds.
Hey.
We
Not
don't play
disturbed.
with any sort of regularity, but we occasionally play.
Play with him again.
We should play this weekend. Are you doing anything this weekend?
It's a long way from the weekend. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's only Monday.
back
Come
to
on,
you.
mate.
All these pricks are just like non-committal.
I think so.
Trying to
I'm too
organise
busy
shit.
looking up facts about nuts. So,
Okay.
Well, I think we could
healing
probably
powers and nuts.
teabagging.
Going for nearly 2 hours now. Jesus.
Yeah. Well, we had 15 minutes of fucking around at the start, so it's more like an hour and 40 minutes.
I've been
it's
recording
more
for
like-
an hour and 51.
It's more like 2 hours.
Well, my streaming thing says 1:57, and we were 15 minutes
2
late
hours.
starting.
Lies.
Okay.
You've been playing more bomb disposal. What the fuck's that?
Viscera cleanup detail, maybe? Is that what he's talking about? I'm trying to think. We haven't
Oh,
played.
that was fun though.
We haven't played any bomb
That was
disposal
fun,
stuff.
though.
Yeah, the Viscera cleanup detail. It's kind of like a Viscera cleanup detail. It's a one trick pony. Like you basically you do your cleanup and you sit there and talk to each other and it's funny. And there's not really any reason
You
to.
kind of need a bit of a break between them to get the lulls back.
Yeah. When was the last time we played it? Actually, the last time we played it was probably the
Christmas.
Christmas one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a
Yeah, do it again this Christmas.
that was a fucking weird episode. Like you can't concentrate on questions in a podcast and clean up shit at the same time. As it turns out.
You know, nuts are a great source of selenium.
Selenium.
Games we're looking forward to
There you
in
go.
2015-16.
Nut Simulator 2016 apparently. That's what Rick was looking forward to.
Star Citizen's the only one I'm really interested in.
I don't know. I actually am looking forward to anything. Like
Looking
I'm
forward to Pulsar once it's finished.
I'm looking for the
Oh, yeah.
next Elder Scrolls game that isn't a stupid MMO.
Trying
Um,
to think of
No idea when that's going
Not
to
even-
come out.
Probably never.
I'm trying to think of any games that actually. Fuck.
Fallout 4 is coming out. That'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't
but-
played any of the other ones. Like I played Fallout 2 maybe, or maybe Fallout 3. I can't remember.
Burn me
Um,
at the stake, chat, but I didn't like Fallout 3.
You
Yeah.
like Fallout 3?
Nah, I didn't like it.
What about New Vegas?
I didn't like any of Fallout's really. Just,
Fuck out of my
just doesn't-
podcast.
I didn't. I didn't like Skyrim either. Just RPGs just don't really appeal to me.
Yeah,
Fuck out of my country.
that was one of the things I wanted to talk about in the podcast was the different genres that we like playing. Like Keegz is very much a action-oriented CS:GO type player, whereas Photos is the polar opposite. He likes the management sims and the construction simulator-esque type of games. I think I'm probably
Also,
some-
Train Simulator.
also well the simulator genre.
I have two sides though, because I like on my day to day I like playing CS:GO and stuff like that. But I also really enjoy deep narrative games. Like I really like The Cat Lady. I really liked Beyond Two Souls. Fuck, what was the other one? Fuck, I did play To the Moon. To the Moon was fucking amazing. That was just just made with RPG Maker.
You finished the clown one yet?
Dropsy, no, I haven't. I need to. I
was about to say
there's a lot of
Droopy.
things I need to finish.
Yeah, Dropsy.
Yeah, Dropsy. I need to get onto that. There's
Droopsy.
a few things I need to finish.
Jono, we're actually talking about playing Keep Talking Nobody Explodes because we're actually looking at playing this about 3 months ago, when you had to have an Oculus and you had to have a Razer Hydra in order to play it. That was the only thing. That was the only way you could play it. They since released a Steam version that you can actually play with mouse and keyboard and without an Oculus. But we might play with Oculus anyway because we've all got one. So
I think it's updated now, so it works on Windows 10. I haven't tried it yet. I keep meaning to.
Yeah, there's an
to do the
SDK for it.
update
So
and testing it out.
You know, it would be a good game to play again.
What?
You know the Gary's mod where we all, what was it, the coconuts or whatever it was? We all have to run around and
Oh, the top-down view.
top-down view.
Oh,
Bomberman.
Melon Bomber.
Yeah.
That was a
Melon
great
Bomber.
game.
I actually watched
That
that.
was
I actually watched that the other day and went, "Fuck, we're funny fuckers."
Yeah.
That was fun. That was a good game.
That was probably the
Should,
second
do it
game
again.
that we play or that we made videos of after Synergy.
Yeah.
Because we were
That was
doing
fun.
Half-Life stuff.
Yeah, exactly. We were. Yeah, we should play Melon Bomber again. It's one of the games we
Play
can
Melon
actually
Bomber.
probably stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're basically looking at playing. You're talking Nobody Explodes. The only problem with that is you've actually, really, in order for it to be entertaining, you've actually got to be in the same room, with whoever's playing, so you can yell at them.
I think we could that'd be one that we could record. We wouldn't be able to stream it, but I reckon we could.
No, we
record
probably
it.
couldn't stream
Yeah,
it. That'd be a
record it.
recordable.
It'd be
recordable
fun
thing.
though.
But having a
So
group
you
of
get
people
the-
drunk
we-
yelling at you while you're trying to defuse a bomb should be mini lols.
We get all the cameras set up and stuff and do a decent recording of that. I reckon that'd be pretty fun actually.
I actually quite like to play that.
I saw I watched Game Grunts play it. They look pretty fun.
Yeah. We've been following this since probably 2 years ago. It came out it was on the Oculus list of games that you can play, and it was I think it was just an executable that you could run, and yeah, if your setup wasn't exactly right, it didn't work. So, yeah, we've been wanting to play that for ages. It's just laziness and inability to all get together at the same time, plus have all the equipment that we need. It's making it difficult.
You get that.
You get that on the big jobs.
Let's
What else?
let's get together and play Gang Beasts again once too.
We'll
I've
probably
got
play
that
that
again
at
now.
on our stream day if somebody fucking organises it.
Yeah. Yeah, if we ever get around to that.
Like that Keep Talking Nobody Explodes would be a perfect game to play on stream day, but a lot of things have to go right between now and then in order to get that to work.
The problem is we've got so much happening in between as well because we're going it's like 2 weeks.
You go to
We're-
PAX.
Well, some of us.
Yeah, it's in
Some
a
of
few
us are
weeks.
going
We're going
over
to
to PAX. Yeah, we're going over to PAX Oz. I might make a little vlog one there, so people can see what PAX Australia's like. And so we'll be over there for the long weekend, and then I think Pugs is coming back with us to back from Melbourne to Tassie, and that's when we're thinking about doing a stream day the week after.
Yeah, it's the following weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, so there's a lot to organise and a lot happening, so we'll see how that goes.
Well, to give you a bit of an idea, the stream day we did last year, we started organising it about 5 months in advance, and everything only came together the night before, and we were up until probably about 1 in the morning, I think, something like that.
Yeah,
2 in the morning.
If we do one, it won't be of that caliber. I don't.
No, we're not going to have all that equipment and shit we did last time. It was a lot of work for 8 hours of video, so it'll be a smaller.
Like it'll be more like a streaming the screen with maybe a webcam in the corner or something.
Yeah, it'll be something like that rather than hiring cameras and projectors and all that shit. So it was a lot of work last time. So it was fun to do, but God, I would not want to organise all that again.
Yeah, maybe next year we'll do a proper one again. We'll see how we go. But this year we can probably do something though. We get everybody together and have a bit of a fun day. Well, it won't be that long either. Fuck no, 8 hours is a long time.
Yeah, towards the end we were starting to run out of steam. I think we'll maybe have like a 4 or 5 hour thing and just sort of see how it goes. If we're all still like up and excited, then maybe we'll go a little bit longer. But yeah, I think probably 5 hours is going to be about the maximum.
It didn't help that we'd been to the Beards the night before either.
Oh, that's right. You went to the Beers the night before. We were up until 1 o'clock in the morning fixing fucking technical issues the next night, and then we're up at, I think we were there at like 8 o'clock in the morning, ready for the 10 o'clock start. So
Big weekend.
it was it was fun. I mean, I didn't go to Beards, but all the other guys did. So
We
I
were
was too
quite
busy
hungover,
managing
but
and
ready to
getting
party
shit
on. Doing stuff. all
doing
the
shit,
important
making sure that the wheels turn.
We were the many spanners in your cogs.
Yes, I was organising all the spanners. What else? I think that's pretty much it. Anybody else? Anything they want to say? Anything they want to plug?
I've ran out of nut facts.
Buy my shirts. If I had them.
No,
Um,
just your shirts. Just
Just
how
my
you
shirts.
covered.
Yeah,
Keegz wants you
just, yeah,
Just go on Amazon and
I got
buy
a
her
bunch
some
of
shirts.
I've got a bunch of shirts I haven't washed. Can you buy them, please? I don't want to wash them.
I need new shirts, man.
Cool. Well, if you like this podcast, then like and subscribe, and check out the Doobly Doo for information on us, what we do, individual channels. Keegz' channel's on there, mine's on there. We also got Twitter and Facebook. Is there a Facebook thing on there? I can't even bring up the bloody stream now.
Probably. I don't know.
Check out the Doobly Doo. It's
All
all
the
in there.
medias. All the medias. I
It's
guess,
all in the
like,
description. So
There's a Reddit and a blog and all sorts of things. SoundCloud.
I should actually update my blog at some point. I haven't updated it since like July. One day. I've got something interesting to write. Alright, well, thanks very much for watching, everybody. We'll be back in about 2 weeks. 2 weeks is not going to put us
actually,
at the thing, is it?
Yeah, because we're not. Oh, when do we come back? We come back the Monday, and actually, we might not even be here. We might be just getting back.
You come back Monday night?
So it might. Yeah, it might have to be the Tuesday.
We might do a special Tuesday podcast. Very special.
Well, breaking the norm. Everybody's gonna fucking.
Nobody will
dislike
turn
and
up like
unsubscribe.
the night before. Like, where is it? There's no podcast up. Yeah, maybe a Tuesday. So we'll figure that out, and I'll put up a placeholder for the video so everyone can know it's on a Tuesday and not a Monday.
Might even. Yeah, we might even have Pugs live as well because he'd be staying with me. So.
Well, for them it won't make any difference, but he'll be there.
That's true. He might
Pugs
actually be
live.
here. Yeah. Pugs live.
As opposed to pre-recorded Pugs or not here at all Pugs.
Yeah. So yeah, we've just got a soundboard of Pugs noises. Like, hi.
Yeah, we should have
Hi.
a Pug soundboard. Like him burping or something.
Pugboard.
Pugboard. Cool. Alright, well, thanks very much for watching, everybody. We'll see you all in a couple of weeks.
Bye bye.
Say goodbye. Bye-bye. Oh, well, I kill that.